Well, we're live. Give it some time to see if anyone pops in. Oh, you're seeing a very bored man, so we'll see if anyone pops in. We'll give it a minute. So, what's up, everybody? I guess we'll wait some more. Oh, really bored. Let's pause that so I don't have any feedback too much. Probably be joined by some guests, so. Because I am super bored. Bored as all can be. Hello. Welcome. Hopefully your Christmas Eve is going splendid. Someone popped in, finally joining us. How we doing? Hey, it's Mini Koho. What's up, buddy?
I don't look like Koho.
Yeah. Let's throw it in the chat. Does Joe look like a Mini Koho right now?
I do not look. Does Koho wear glasses?
Sometimes.
Damn it.
Because he's a hipster.
I'm not a hipster.
Oh, how you doing, Joe?
Pretty good, pretty good. Did you end up having to work on Christmas Eve?
Well, yeah, because I work for a corrupt American company, like, you know, all of them throughout the world.
I work for a corrupt Italian company, and they gave me the day off.
Ah. Well, Italians, they know how to appreciate the holidays, I guess.
Oh, no, they made my manager work. They just told the managers that they couldn't have associates work on Christmas Eve.
That's... Oh,
they screwed the managers over.
Yeah. Is that a Hamilton hat? Because I have the live chat up.
No, I got this hat before Oak wore it as Hercules Mulligan in Hamilton. Like, I got this hat back in this hat's like 6 years old.
Okay, Koho. Whatever you say. Oh,
it's one of my mini beanies.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Oh, so anything else new? What's up? What's been up with you, Joe? I haven't seen you for a while.
Just pretty much, you know, crazy work hours because people will get sick at my work, and thankfully my work is taking the pandemic seriously, and it's like, hey, if you're sick, go get tested, and you're not allowed to come back until you have a negative test. Gives me some crazy hours, but yeah, it is what it is, you know?
Oh, yeah, I can understand that. My hours are just basic, but I have people that don't know how to run a business, so, you know. you always love seeing that after running a business for so long. Then
Don't you work in logistics?
No. I went back to O'Reilly's. I was tired of the 2-hour drives, so
yeah,
it was good money, but this
yeah,
one's closer. This one's like 10 minutes down the road, if that. And that's me taking my time.
Oh yeah,
because I like to listen to my music before I go in and deal with people that should not own motor vehicles whatsoever.
You see, I just sell sunglasses.
You lucky bitch.
It's pretty much just like, hey, you want some sunglasses?
You want some sunglasses that are like $500? Okay.
Those are the Gucci's. I got these blue light filter glasses from Ray-Ban for $60.
Okay. I'm going to pretend I know anything that you're talking about with sunglasses because I don't.
So blue light filters, essentially, they just help with the blue light that's coming off of like laptop screens, phone screens, television screens, movie theater screens, stuff like that. Less strain on your eyes.
Yeah.
And it's actually proven to help with sleep too, because it helps you get into a REM sleep faster. So yeah, I pretty much wear these until I'm ready to go to bed, and then I just don't get on my phone.
Huh. I usually just stay up until my body's like, okay, you need to go to sleep.
Oh yeah, same. Yep. But blue light filters have been selling like hotcakes.
Wait a minute, Joe. Do I see a Red Ranger?
What? RJ's here.
RJ and Multiplex. What the hell? Are we running fandom fights right now?
Nope, I'm just here.
What's been up, RJ? How you doing?
Dude, it's the holiday season. I just got off of a work party, so yeah.
Yeah, we just closed up ourselves, so I feel you there.
That's good stuff, man. It's good to see you, Tim.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. I haven't seen you for God since
I betrayed you. Is that what you're gonna say? Is that what you're gonna?
No. We won't talk about you betraying me and leaving me for Nico.
But now we can definitively rank all the Power Rangers Christmas specials.
Oh God, hold on.
Oh God, no. Let's not put ourselves through that, because I'm sorry. I love Power Rangers. You guys know that, but those Christmas specials are so hard to rewatch.
They're so bad.
Oh God.
Remember the one where it's literally just like people are just like think clip shows are bad? There is literally an episode of MMPR where, because the Rangers are helping Santa deliver presents, it is Alpha 5 and a group of children sent to fight a monster. These children have no training, no morphers, and Alpha 5's there. Why? Because the Power Rangers are delivering presents of Santa.
They should have just sent Bulk and Skull and the Megazord, Why not?
Exactly.
That kid Frank from the movie, that kid figured his shit out.
Yeah.
Give that kid
he pretty much saved the whole day. The Power Rangers were just like, we're here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I got it.
He saved all the adults in Angel Grove. A lot of people would like to forget that.
Exactly. Why didn't they bring Frank back for Turbo?
Because he's technically not canon, which is stupid.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks, is that Turbo is Turbo a Power Rangers movie is canon.
But I will say this. Most of the people in the background, especially in the early seasons, are just some of the dumbest people.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how has Rita and Zed not conquered you yet? But
moreover, how is it that the people who live in space, who only see them in costume, know their human identities, and nobody else can figure it out, that the 6 kids who always disappear are the Power Rangers?
Hey, Bulk and Skull figured it out. The team just dipped them over.
Oh my God. They figured this so dumb.
I know. It is, but God damn it. It's one franchise that will never be ruined for us.
Like, all Power Rangers had to do. Does anyone remember the cartoon on, what was it? I think it had to be 4 kids. Who remembers Chaotic?
Yes, Chaotic.
Cartoon?
Yes, it was a cartoon about like a computer game. Because I know it had a real game, but I didn't play the game.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about that.
They had the perfect scapegoat for all of that. Oh, when you come into our world, a clone of you is left behind, so no one wonders where you are. And when you're ready to come back, your clone gets a message on the phone to like, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom so we can switch back. It's freaking ridiculous, but that's what Power Rangers needed to do.
Oh, it would have been so easy. I that's why like a lot of people like give me shit because Lightspeed Rescue is one of my favorite seasons. I was like, I just thought there's like, you know what? Fuck it. Power Rangers have public identities and people know who the Rangers are.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think that was the first one that did that, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, and then SPD was the next time, and then one of the seasons we don't talk about.
I'm not gonna lie.
Time Force.
Time Force with the Quantum Ranger.
No,
I think they knew the rest of them too.
No. It was only until that episode where like he found out Wes was one of them, and then he's like, "Oh, all these guys you hang out with, I'm putting 2 and 2 together. They must be the Power Rangers."
Yeah,
the people you moved in with, and you're the Red Power Ranger, and the only people you ever hang out with are these 4 people, probably the 4 other Rangers.
But
that would have been great if they found 4 people to step in for and be like, "No, these are the Rangers. These are just my friends I met on a alley one day, and we're just chilling here."
But I was actually never clear about Lost Galaxy. They never made it 100% clear whether they knew they were the Rangers or not.
I don't think they did.
Yeah, I think it was like I think it was implied that some people, like that the people in like the actual operational staff of the colony knew, but the regular citizens didn't.
I don't think they did either, because they never really mentioned, like, especially Mike when he becomes the
Magnet Defender.
Yeah, Magnet Defender. I wanted to say Quantum Ranger because we were talking about Time Force.
Yeah,
but they never, like, Stanton never mentioned, like, "Hey, you should lead this mission to go check out this ship because you're now a Ranger," or I can't remember. Was that before or after? I think that was before. No, that was after he became the Quantum or the Magnet Defender. I think the Alien episode.
But now here's the Power Ranger trivia. Can you name the 4 seasons where everyone knew who the Power Rangers were?
Lightspeed, SPD.
It's 2.
Overdrive and RPM.
Overdrive and RPM.
Yep. Yeah.
Those are the 4 seasons that like it was public knowledge. And like Operation Overdrive, it was kind of like a throwaway gag for like one episode that like they were on the news. But yeah, like they weren't hiding. Yeah, they weren't hiding that they were them. And then RPM, I mean, everyone knew who the RPM Rangers were. They were part of the military. They were kind of like Lightspeed. It's like
well, for that, it was kind of like that. They were the last people alive. So
and that's why they knew. That's why I kind of thought it was weird that Beast Morphers didn't do that. I was like, if this is a government-funded program, why are the Rangers' identity a secret?
Oh, so can we
like
Buddy and Beast Morphers? Rangers can't date each other. I just love that. That's a rule. Just like no inter-ranger relationships.
Hey, because they've all seen in past seasons, because apparently all the past seasons are public record in these other Ranger universes. You could just go and be like, yeah, man, check out this time Tommy and Kimberly made out. That's freaking crazy, man. We didn't even have this surveillance technology in the 90s, but we got it now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Tommy's slideshow and Dino Thunder, where he had all the records, but none of the music matched up.
That's true. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, apparently, Zordon was like, I got little cameras following you around at all times.
What is he, Dr. Gero from Dragon Ball Z? What the hell?
That's what I figure. Hey, man, like, the legend of the Power Rangers has to go on. Got to make movies.
Oh, that would have been, think about it. You know Dr. Gero with Dragon Ball Z, how he
yeah.
What if Zordon did that and took all the DNA from all the Rangers to create like an Uber Ranger?
I would say it would be better if like they did what Operation Overdrive was like trying to do with Thrax, and like someone made like an Uber villain. They took like the baddest villains ever and made like a super monster that was just like beyond all comprehension.
Yeah,
like,
that would have been good. I mean, they did that with the comics with what's that character who wore the dragon armor? You know what I'm talking about, like that black dragon.
Well, I mean, that was Lord Draken's Megazord. The Black Dragon was technically his Megazord.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that, like something like that, dude, I swear to God, man, like Hasbro needs to take advantage and do what needs to be done and make Draken like movie canon. If they were able to take the movies and like, or even I would say, like, fuck all this, because Japan doesn't even know what they're fucking doing anymore. Fuck making more Power Rangers. They don't know what they're doing anymore.
Have you seen the new Zen? Have you seen what Zenkai?
Yes,
Zenkai is one human character and 4 robots.
But it's a dope concept.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Zenkaiger concept.
Yeah. Yes. But I mean, think about it. It was kind of kind of adorable in the times when Power Rangers started because it was like, oh, the Americans are going to try to redo our content for kids. Let's try to really fuck them over. And we got In Space, which was probably one of the great ones. I think a lot of fans would agree. And they were trying to make
for Japan is they're in a video game.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. They were like, okay, try to do this. We're like, okay, watch this.
I feel like they did that because they were like, oh, VR Troopers, huh? Well, guess what? We were making Power Rangers about it. Now what are you going to do?
I really wish they would have tied them together like they wanted to with the Gold Ranger, because the Gold Ranger, they wanted to make Brad Maddox's character from VR Troopers be the Gold Ranger, but
they should have had VR Troopers show up in space rather than the fucking Ninja Turtles Next Mutation motherfuckers.
Oh God, that was so horrible.
What the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles aren't real. The Power Rangers aren't real. Wait, you guys are real?
Well, I mean, that's another thing that always pissed me off. Like every season, like the Power Rangers, like okay, Angel Grove was nearly destroyed at 3:30 every fucking afternoon. They traveled in space. They created a civilization on another planet. Come on.
That's what I like what the Boom Studios did with the comics. They show that, like, no, this is the world knows what is going on, and other parts of the world are sometimes attacked. Like, that's what I like that they're doing with the comics. They are able to expand the universe.
I don't look like Drew Carey.
I do want to say, yeah, because I have the live chat up. Is that Drew Carey's son in the upper right corner? I was going to say a mini Garth, but close.
Why is Adelaide giving us the 4 seasons and one random person at the bottom that I don't know? Because Tommy DeVito, Bob Gaudio, Nick Massey. Why are we talking about the 4 seasons? Why are we talking about the Jersey Boys? I don't get it.
We're talking about the 4 seasons of Power Rangers.
Okay, well, whatever.
So he was being.
I don't know.
No, but what Art said, whenever I work on a film set, there's this guy, there's these 2 guys, Mike Moran and Chris Hoffman, really nice guys. They always call me Drew Carey every time they see me on a film set. They're like, we get to work with Drew Carey on this shoot. This is amazing.
Are you coming back to Whose Line?
I wish. That's the only thing.
God. I mean, I don't mind.
I don't mind it, but I'm just like, I miss Drew behind the desk.
I do.
Do you remember that one they were playing? I think it was like Scenes from a Hat, and she got done. She's like, "I'll give you all 10 points," and Wayne's like, "Drew would have gave us more." Well,
yeah,
Drew's not here.
Yeah, like Drew would have given us 1,000 points. Yeah, like Drew would have given us 1,000 points.
Remember, if the points did matter, Wayne would actually win. Wayne would actually have won Whose Line by now.
Yeah,
him or Colin.
Yeah, no,
I love Brian. I thought
the
he
person who went
was
back and watched all episodes of Whose Line from like the original and the reboot, and Wayne and Colin are like 10 points away from each other, with Wayne being in first place and Colin being in second.
See, that's freaking crazy, man. That's insane.
I was like, who has the time? Who has the time to pause after every segment and write down who got what points?
No. But Power Rangers, because you can tell Japan, all they're doing is trying to make it to 50. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to get the Super Sentai 50, and they're going to call it quits. They're going to be like, we're done. We don't want anymore. They're 40. This is 45. That's why it's like a special season with the whole, we're like based on every type of Megazord we've ever had.
Oh, like that's why. That
was real. I saw a picture of that, and I was like,
"No, that's what we're talking about." Yes, they revealed it. It's true. So it's one human character, and he's with 4 robots who are each based on the type of Zords you would get. There's a dinosaur guy, an animal guy, a mythical creature chick, and a dump truck.
I remember seeing that, and I'm just like, what the fuck are they doing now?
Like, you missed out on a cool concept because you could have done like they did in Mystic Force. You could have just left them the Rangers and have them transform into the Zords.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was dope in Mystic Force when they actually became the Zords.
Mm-hmm.
You literally missed that chance. That would have been the perfect explanation to it.
Yeah. What's something you can say about the fan leagues and your partner?
Can we reschedule? Something came up.
Yes, I hear that a lot, especially with TV. Where the heck is Nico for the discussion?
Nico wouldn't know anything about this discussion.
Yes, Nico would
love
sit there and go, I
would
like
be like,
Power
Yeah, I was gonna say I would say Ryan Permison is the fourth person who could actually round this out for a discussion.
Yeah, I still want to do that for like a retroactive.
So what you're saying is when Malcolm finally does another Power Ranger match, it's going to be Tim defending his belt against you and Ryan, and I'm going to write the questions because I can't fucking wait.
Well, I'm writing the questions. Me and you were writing the questions for Ryan.
You and Tim are writing the questions for me and Ryan.
You should get in there and defend. You should be in there and defend.
I want to face the winner because after some of those questions, RJ, I want payback because some of those questions were just like, Ryan? Okay.
Oh my God, Ryan's questions were. Someone tell Ryan we're talking shit because fuck Ryan's questions. Like, you know you're a dick when you ask about episodes and monster names.
I'm already up to Operation Overdrive for questions, RJ. I'm already up to Operation Overdrive.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. Like, dude, I've already written like 10 questions for each season.
Yeah, I just did 5 though. I just did 5 because it's only 38 questions he usually goes through.
Yeah, 38 questions and then a speed round.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about for you versus Ryan. I'm gonna host the super match where it's just gonna be the most ridiculous Iron Man match until we run out of questions. We're going for it. And you know what? We're gonna make it double Jeopardy the entire way. No bullshit, one point. Every time you miss.
Can we answer in questions too? Like you say the answer that we're just like, what is the only time Power Rangers would ever let a kiss on screen?
I would dude. I'll be that. I'll bring that up right now. I'll be like, name every season where they actually let him kiss on screen. Do it. You got it.
I still remember, like, people misremember the end of Time Force. They don't kiss at the end of Time Force. They hug and say, "I miss you."
See, this is what I love about Linkara's review of it when he puts in on the screen when he's showing that clip. Kiss her, you idiot. It's like, yes.
Kiss her, you fool. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, there was no mouth-to-mouth kiss on Power Rangers. Like, after that one?
Yeah.
Until Dino Charge.
Yeah, I think
Tyler
it was
Shelby kiss at the end.
Yeah, I think it was
no one else. Like, there's kisses on the cheek, but
I think
nobody.
It was Tommy and Kimberly, and then not until Dino Charge's season finale where Tyler and Shelby kisses. Yep. Dude, but Brennan Maya, I am so happy for him because, like, when he got Dino Charge, he had been auditioning for Power Rangers since the second he had turned 18 and was able to audition for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, like,
I'd like to audition just as a writer.
So have y'all read the description for Dino Fury?
Like, I have not.
I've seen the concept art, but that's about it.
Homeboy Red Ranger is an alien. He's literally from another planet.
And the rest of them are from Earth?
The rest of them are Earthlings. Yes.
Huh. I mean, I wouldn't mind the concept.
I'm just like, yo, we haven't had an alien on the team in so long.
Since what?
Like,
no, not Andros.
Because you have Orion.
Time Force Trip was an alien.
Yeah, and then you have Orion technically from.
Oh yeah.
I kind of tried to.
Yeah, it's been about 7 years since we had an alien on the team.
And then, like I said before, Orion, it was Trip. Trip was okay.
Kaizen.
It depends on if you count base team, because if you're saying base team, then it wouldn't be.
Oh yeah, because they were technically 6. Those two. Yeah.
Exactly. Kaizen was 6th, and then Doggy Kruger was 6th, and he's an alien.
Yeah.
So it really depends on if we're like talking the whole Ranger team or just the base ones. Yeah. Yeah.
And if we're counting Core Ranger team, this would be the first alien leader since Andros.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They should have made Trip the leader in Time Force just once.
Dude, I was so obsessed with Trip. I wanted to change my name to Trip. Like when I turned 18, I was like, "I'll change my name to Trip. I'm gonna dye my hair green because I don't know why. Like that was my color growing up. I was like obsessed with every Green Ranger, Damon, Joel, Trip. Then they went back to black, and I was like, you know what, Danny, you're my boy. Also, because you're Hispanic.
Oh, I see. I see. For Wild Force, I love their relationship, Danny and Max. That was just like a little big brother relationship. I love so much with them too.
Dude, but I rewatch it. I can't stand how many times he says "never give up." Like for real, like rewatching it, I'm like, oh my god, Daddy, shut up. We get it. You never give up.
See, honestly, on a rewatch, the older you get, you kind of look at your shows different. I swear to God, at times I thought, are you two just going to kiss and get it over with? What's going on?
Dude, every time I rewatch Wild Force now, I like look at the Red Ranger. I was like, ha, you stabbed your roommate.
Yeah.
Dude, and that sucks, man, because like that dude was like one of my top Red Rangers. Like
Cole
was one of my top Red Rangers.
Wow.
So like
okay.
when that happened to Ricardo Medina, I was like, no, dude, no. I was like,
I do like how people are just like, if that katana he stabbed them with wasn't shaped like Urumasa, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah,
I was surprised when he came back as a villain. I almost didn't recognize him.
No, yeah, because he dropped the junior from his name.
Well,
no, dude,
I mean, like,
no, he added the junior.
As soon as I first saw his human form, I was like, oh, they got Cole back, huh? As a villain, that's interesting. I kind of wish they would have done more with him, but you know.
I like how he was basically
that was Samurai's issue. When you just take the Japanese scripts and then hire a team of translators instead of a team of writers, that's why there were like what you got from Decker was his counterpart, was his Sentai counterpart. Like that's exactly.
Well, that's all Samurai was just a translation.
Samurai
that's all it was.
Like the most legit as far as characterization. Those people were literally who they were in Japan, except the only thing that changed was instead of being a swimmer, Kevin's counterpart was an actor. He did like the kabuki kind of theater.
Yeah, he was a theater actor.
Yeah.
But everything else, like tit for tat, especially like even with Emily, the whole thing about like, no, actually my sister was supposed to be the Yellow Ranger, but she got sick. Now I'm the Yellow Ranger.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which I thought was a great concept of like someone else happened or someone else in the family happened to take up that mantle with.
Yeah, it was awesome with Lost Galaxy when that happened.
Yeah.
When Mike actually pulled the sword, but then Leo stayed on.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah.
They even revealed it later in Samurai. Like, actually, Jaden's not even supposed to be the Red Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
But Lauren has to master the ceiling symbol, and the fight.
The only thing I hated about that, I just hated how, like, they were so Jaden obsessed with her. Like, because I thought they could have, when they brought her in, they could have made a good transitional change, like I thought they were going to, and brought Jaden in maybe as like just like a regular backup, kind of like how G was in the battlefield at times, like especially in the last episodes when he joined in his ridiculous samurai armor.
Like you said, it was just tit for tat of the Japanese. That's why they because it was Nickelodeon's first go at it. They didn't know what else to do. They were like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna."
The only thing they didn't have was the literal Japanese like bannermen that would come out every time the in the Sentai that they morphed. The literal clan bannermen would run out in front of them.
And
that's something I wish they would have like explained more, because it's like, okay, it's just G and Jaden in here, but you have like all these people picking up some of the Rangers in this like vehicle.
Exactly.
Like,
like then who was picking them up? Like,
or was it like an automated car like what Nick Fury had in the
about it? The only one who rolled up like that was Mia. Everyone else just kind of showed up.
Yeah, everyone else just kind of walks. I like how they also have to ask everyone. There's like, "Are you the Red Ranger?" As they're like wearing their specific color, and then Mike's just like, "I'm pretty sure that guy's the Red Ranger."
He just shows up on a fucking horse and is like, "Are you ready to join me?"
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, literally, worst Red Rangers ever has got to be a tie between Jaden and Troy, because their acting was just atrocious. Like,
okay. I don't blame it. I never blame acting on the actors. I blame it on the material that they are given.
I mean, that's fair.
Even
but I don't know, dude, because like
Ray would walk into writers' meetings and just be like, "What the fuck is this script, guys?" Like he literally said, no, he said he did it to himself on accident because he would always call the writers out, so they kept writing worse and worse scripts for him because he would like get after them for how poor their scripts were.
Who would it? Which one?
Andrew Gray, the guy who played Troy.
Because that's what I mean. Like, he's so cool at conventions and everything. He's such an awesome dude. And I'm just like, man, they did you dirty in Megaforce. Like, so dirty.
Oh, did you see that rumor, RJ? It was on a post I saw about a week ago when they were talking about Fantastic Four going into Marvel, and they were talking about Montgomery Scott maybe as Johnny Storm.
No fucking way.
I saw a post for it somewhere. I should have saved it on my
I'm
Facebook.
about to look that up.
It was a post on somewhere. I should have saved it.
There are still people who believe the rumors because people are just like, oh no, like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Yeah, they're not.
Wait, you said
they're not confirmed for they're not confirmed for In the Multiverse of Madness, but people think they are.
Now, when you said Montgomery Scott, you mean Dacre Montgomery, right?
Oh yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's
like I was like for a second, like Montgomery Scott. I was like, why do I know that name? I was like, wait a minute.
I was thinking I got Naomi Scott's last name. Yeah, I got Naomi Scott's last name.
I'd be so down for that, dude, because with the way he played, like
Stranger Things?
If he can like find a good mix of what he did in Stranger Things with what he did in the Power Rangers movie, he'd make a badass Johnny Storm.
I honestly, like, whenever I saw like the picture of it, I'm like, I can picture him as Johnny Storm.
But then, oh man.
But then again, I was always stuck with Chris Evans because I thought he was a great Johnny Storm. I didn't like Michael B. Jordan's because I just didn't like that whole movie, but
I think they tried too hard in Tranks.
Yeah, well, that and you could tell Fox.
So Adelaide wants a number between 44 and 81. Well, 44 is my lucky number, so I'm just gonna say 44.
73.
Montgomery Scott. Yeah,
Like I knew who you were talking about, but I like didn't call you out. I was like, "Oh yeah, Dacre Montgomery," and then I was like, "Wait a minute, did you say Montgomery Scott?" Like,
I was thinking of him and Naomi Scott. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just thinking of Terra Nova questions I want to ask Zadius and him in Jim's match just to piss him off. I can't wait
to see Ludi Lin in freaking Mortal Kombat.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, dude, that's been confirmed forever. They're already done filming it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I never followed up.
He was one of the first people announced.
But a lot of people don't know him. That's why I kind of went like under the radar. Like everyone's kind of like, oh, they cast Liu Kang. Oh, okay, they cast Liu Kang. But for Power Ranger fans, it was like, yo, Ludi Lin's Liu Kang.
Well, I mean, you figure from Mortal Kombat, Liu Kang, that's like one of your biggest characters. So
and see, apparently not. Like apparently it's not gonna be like the first two where like the story is around him. Like it's gonna but he's gonna be there. Like, all the Earthworld warriors are going to be there, but they're just not the focus. It's like,
okay.
I think it's going to be more about like probably Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Like I think it's going to be kind of one of those.
Yeah, they were more like when that game came out, they were more like the fan favorites of whatever. Yeah.
But I can't wait to see that. I mean, Naomi Scott, I kind of feel bad for her with Charlie's Angels because they put a lot of faith.
That was just destined to kind of not. Yeah.
But I love her in Aladdin. I think she was a badass Jasmine.
I'm sorry for Aladdin. I'm so stuck with my Robin Williams as Genie.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair, man. That's for a lot of people. But yeah, and I want to see RJ Kyler do something not indie because he's really good at indie, but I'd like to see him in something more mainstream.
Studio made, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he technically did War Machine for Netflix, but I'm like, he's in there for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Like, that I don't really count that as too much, That's
what I'm saying. Like, I would love to see him like try to take like the lead, not even necessarily the lead, but a more prominent role, like Dacre in Stranger Things. Like, take something like that. Like, hey, I'm a important additional character.
Mm-hmm. And he even has that redeeming arc at the end too, when he sacrifices himself to save 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
I read that earlier too. First week of January. I cannot wait. Like Joe, I know you're not too big into it, but Karate Kid season 3 they're dropping early.
Oh yeah, I saw that they're dropping Cobra Kai season. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because I was like, I watched Cobra Kai to study for a match. Wasn't my thing.
Yeah, like it grew on me. Yeah, it's not what the old movies were. It's something different and new, which is fine, but I thought it was well done.
I like how Alec also called me out. He's just like, did you choose Kicking It because I chose a karate-based show? And I was like, not going to lie, that's exactly what I did.
That was so hard to watch that. That was so hard to watch that because I was.
You probably shouldn't have done that.
Dude, that kid needs his own martial art movie too, dude. That kid from Kicking It is actually a
Leo Howard? Yeah, dude.
Leo Howard is a badass, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude was a black belt by like age 10.
You know who needs a movie together where they're just like a team of ninjas? That dude and homeboy Boo Boo Stewart from The Descendants.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like him, Leo Howard, and there's like one other guy on Disney Channel who like just happens to be a martial artist. Like, but like make those guys like ninja teenage whatever dudes, but not turtles. Like, and they'd make a better.
Well, you could do like a spy genre show with them.
Yeah, something like that.
Something
That'd
like
be
that.
dope.
Like I haven't seen that since Jet Jackson back in the day when that was on.
They did one with Zendaya before she left. She had her own like on Disney XD called like KC Undercover or something like that, where she was like a spy.
Yeah. And she was an executive producer on that show too.
Yeah. But like it wasn't like Jet Jackson where it's like, hey, I played on TV and I live a normal life like Hannah Montana. It was like straight like I'm a secret agent trying to live a normal life.
Yeah. I thought that show was done well better, but then Hannah Montana.
There you go. Adelaide said it. Remake 3 Ninjas. That's how you do it. Remake 3 Ninjas.
No, you cannot remake 3 Ninjas.
Yes.
That is classic.
The brothers are grown up. Their grandfather is dead, and they must avenge his death as adults.
No, grandfather cannot die.
Yes. Grandfather awesome. Who played Cole, he like straight up said that he would love for like a 3 Ninjas like reboot, but like not like a reboot, like an updated version where it's like them having to train people.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, young Rocky from Mighty Morphin, when they get turned into kids, was a 3 Ninja in one of the other movies where it wasn't the original guys.
Oh,
they go to
Mike
they go to the theme park with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
he's cool.
Was that Surf Song?
No, that was dude. You're thinking of Surf Ninjas, which is another dope movie. We can talk about that later. But High Noon at Mega Mountain. High Noon. Dude, that was my favorite one. I would rent that thing from Blockbuster like every other weekend. Be like, High Noon at Mega Mountain. That's what we're watching. If not, Surf Ninjas.
The very first VHS I ever burned out, I think for me, was Double Dragon. I burned that. I loved that growing up. It was so corny, but I loved it.
I think my Digimon movie is burned out.
How has that been? I mean, because I know you were going on a rewatch of all Digimon.
Oh, dude, I had to stop between season 3 because their filler is so bad. Season 3 has a great story, but their filler is so bad.
Tamer's filler is so horrible.
But I finally finished it. I haven't graded it yet because I have to like let it sink in.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wait to start season 4 because fuck everybody. Season 4 is badass. If you've never thought in your head, what if I could digivolve? Screw you, bucko.
That's one show I never went back to rewatch. I remember watching it when I was a kid, but I never went back to rewatching it.
And for Christmas, I will finally finish my canon collection of Digimon because I have season 1 and 2 on DVD. On DVD. I have Digimon Tri on DVD and Blu-ray, and I'm getting Last Evolution for Christmas. So I will have all the canon of the original Digimon, and then I'm watching the reboot, and the reboot is dope.
Yeah, I like how there's people when people are just like, what's the reboot? It's just like it's literally the exact same thing as season 1, just set in 2020.
No, it's not. It is not at all. Whoever you're talking to is a liar because it is not anything like the original at all.
Is it? I mean, I've been meaning to watch it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Like, are some of the beats the same? Yes, it's a reboot. But first of all, they don't even show up all together like they do in the first one. They're not even traveling as a group. They literally find each other one at a time. Second of all, Ty and Matt go Omnimon in like episode 3. With no explanation of how they got there. Adelaide, Pokemon sucks. We all know it. Bakugan was actually pretty dope.
I don't remember Bakugan.
Bakugan was the one where they're like little balls and then they like expand and then turn into giant creatures. So like Yu-Gi-Oh with balls. I know that sounds gross, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh with balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I don't know. I thought Yu-Gi-Oh was nice and stupid, but you know.
Yeah. But Bakugan wasn't bad. Bakugan actually had a pretty decent story. Bakugan was pretty dope.
Yeah.
But then, of course, then they made it more kid-friendly, and then we all lost interest.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought the early Pokemon, like the first season was...
I'm sorry. When Misty leaves, nobody cares. I'm going to say it. I'm going to be the one with the balls to say it. Once Misty leaves, nobody cares. So Adelaide, I don't have to do all day, every day. It doesn't matter. Digimon is way better than Pokemon. Every season of Digimon surpasses the Pokemon ones. Fight me all day, every day. Pokemon is garbage, you basic bitch.
Wow.
I don't really like it.
Hard all day on Pokemon. Fuck Pokemon.
The games are pretty good.
Piece of shit. You have until Misty is gone, and that's it.
Okay, RJ, I will say this. When I was younger and that came out, kids would have sold themselves on the street just for Pokemon cards. So that was just like one of those big crazes I never got into, but I'm just like,
exactly. But for how long? Until Misty was gone. Then nobody gave a shit about Pokemon cards. And I'll admit it, yeah, nobody bought the Digimon toys, but I did. And those things were dope. The Digivolving toys were where it was at.
Yeah,
Pokemon didn't have no evolution toys where you could change your Charmander into a Charizard, but you could change your Agumon into a War Greymon.
And I will agree, Yu-Gi-Oh is great. I love playing it. I still play it to this day. I mean, I don't play by some of the newer rules because I think it's very broken, but that's just my opinion with it.
Actually, so with the latest Master Rule 5, it actually got a lot less broken. So they still nerfed the pendulum mechanic. But now, like your other extra deck monsters, you don't have to go to the extra monster zone first. Like you can summon them to main monster zones.
So yeah, it's still broken.
They're actually like it was so pretty much. Here's the whole thing. Yu-Gi-Oh's big issue is power scaling. Like they power creep to the max. Like they're just like, oh, like Yu-Gi-Oh has just Konami has the bad problem of they break their own game, which is why people are just like, oh, why do you not do set rotation? It's like if they did set rotation, no one would ever play Yu-Gi-Oh because it would just be broken combo decks at like every format.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Adelaide does have a good point. Like actually, like that was something I was gonna bring up too. Yeah, actually, like the Pokemon collectors market is at an all-time high right now. If you have Pokemon cards, sell them right now.
Well, I mean that's for more the older ones. So.
Well, yeah, like I was gonna say, like if you have, because like any card game, there are two subset of markets in the secondary market. You have the players market and the collectors market. Obviously, the players market prices are controlled on what's meta viable in tournaments. Really hard to do right now because there's no in-person events. So that's why the collectors market is at an all-time high right now, because that's pretty much the only secondary market people have.
They're only at an all-time high because they finally reached the point of they've been out that many years that they actually qualify now as antiques. Because that's when something gets its value. When it's so many years old, its value goes up. Those cards have been out for so long. Literally, something only has to be out 30 years to be considered vintage. It's been 30 years.
I'll explain the new master rules of Yu-Gi-Oh to you. We can hop on Dueling Book and I'll explain the new rules.
Oh wait, so RJ, that means my Power Rangers cards that I had with my sliding handheld game. That would be antique, right?
They're considered vintage now if they're 30 years old.
Yeah,
Good.
30,
I'll put it on
to
eBay for $1,000. We'll see if anyone
anything
gets it.
Like,
35 years
that means-
old, you
Think about that. That means this year officially, starting like in 2020, any music that came out of the 90s in these continuing years are now going to be considered vintage music.
Oh,
Because
that
it's going to
sucks
be 30
so bad.
years.
Yep.
I feel so fucking old now. Because that would be my thing before school. Get up like at 6 a.m. to get ready. And I would just put on MTV when they still had the music videos and just blare that throughout the house.
I watched
Dude.
Legends of the Hidden Temple getting ready for school.
Oh,
You
that
would
was,
think,
that was a
speaking of
great
MTV,
show.
you would think with how much MTV has in terms of a catalog, like of just shows they could do reruns. Why is it ridiculousness almost every day, 24/7?
Because they know who's at home at that time.
Yeah.
I was gonna say ridiculous.
They know they're
at
broken.
3 a.m. And I was just like ridiculous is one of those shows where I will admit, if I was high, probably would enjoy it. If I'm not high, not really my thing.
I forget who. I think it was JTH who put it on there in his TV match. He put on the old school celebrity death match, and I found them and rewatched them. I was like, I missed this show so much.
Dude, I remember loving wasn't it The Rock versus Chris Rock?
Yeah.
That shit was
that was the newer when they tried to
stay relevant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, I remember
remember when Johnny or Nick Diamond had his accident? I cry every time I was watching that Knocking on Heaven's Door when they were playing that, and the producer's son that got the job because nepotism is a bitch.
Yeah,
he's like, fuck Nick Diamond. Nick Diamond just comes in like Stone Cold Steve Austin and fucks up.
But yeah, man, like I said, I was one of those few kids that was just really into Digimon because for me, I just found it superior because I was like, okay, one, my Pokemon could talk to me. Cool. Mm-hmm. Two, it actually meant something to be a Digidestined. Not any fucking 10-year-old can just go out and get a Pokemon and do it. Like, you couldn't just go out and get a Digimon. You had to be chosen. Second of all, their evolutions were dope. I don't care if people want to do those memes where it's like, Pokemon evolving to its next level, like, makes sense. Digimon digivolving gets a dog with a toaster on its back. Like, I don't care. That was dope. That you could go from this little dinosaur to a bigger dinosaur to a metal dinosaur back to like a humanoid dinosaur with some badass armor. I don't know why. It made sense to me back then. It still makes sense now. And let's be honest, at least the couples they try to put out there actually, did something. What the fuck did Misty do? Not a goddamn thing. It took till what? XYZ for one of the girls he travels with to actually admit feelings for him? Like one chick
him and Ash has no clue how to react to that.
No clue. Well, I mean, because apparently he's still 10, so there's also that. At least
because I think if you're going to do something that long, your characters need to grow with your work.
Thank you. Like Homeboy should at least be like 17, 18 years old by now, pushing 20. 18, 17 is generous.
Yeah, like going back to Power Rangers. Yeah, it was cheesy, but their characters at least grew with their world, and it made sense. Well, mostly made sense. Yeah, I don't know how you go from race car driver to.
I want to be a race car driver.
PhD, but that's just me.
No, Adelaide, kissing Latias isn't badass. That's bestiality.
And actually, he didn't kiss Latias. Latias kissed him on the cheek. So know your facts. Don't even try to come in here with them wrong facts.
That's reverse bestiality. That's an animal being
attracted. Hey, cheating on Misty. Misty was the only good one. That's why I say after Misty left, the show was shit.
I thought it was gonna be a boring stream. This just brings intrigue.
Oh, dude, if people fight me on anything, man, make sure y'all go back.
Adelaide, he's not watch shitting on Misty. He's the best part.
He's crazy.
Yeah. Actually, they didn't reset after Alola. He is canonically the Alolan champion as of Journeys.
In your goddamn face. Know your facts.
Oh my god. Did anyone see the season finale?
Iris is the worst female companion of all time. I'm
She
sorry.
literally is the same age as him and constantly refers to him as a little kid.
She is the worst. Don was okay.
Did anyone keep up with the Mandalorian?
Yes.
Yes.
And
I
talked
love that season
I
finale.
talked to Mark about it, and him and I were just like, I was like, let's be honest. Like the week before it happened, I said, we all know what Jedi's showing up.
Yeah.
I said, we all know.
I
was honestly in the back of my
genuinely
mind, I was hoping for Ezra. I was hoping for Ezra, but I was
or
satisfied.
to change your mind.
I was hoping for Kane. I was hoping for Kane.
Wait, is he still alive? Would he still be? Because I don't know.
I don't really watch Rebels, so I don't know. I just thought like since it was obviously an adult, I was just like, okay, maybe Kane. But then I saw the green lightsaber, and I'm like, well, it can't be anybody else.
Yeah,
like it
as soon
literally
as
can't
you
be
saw that
anybody else.
green lightsaber, it's like, okay, we all know who's gonna come right through the door. Like, what's up, bitches?
Like I know for some people they got it when they saw it was an X-wing, and I was like, okay, cool, it's an X-wing. I'm like, it could be anyone from the New Republic. Like, it's not like it's hard to get an X-wing.
That's who I thought it was. I thought it was those two, the two guys.
Yeah, I thought more were gonna show up, and then when it was only one, I was like that Joey meme, like, oh look, one X-wing shows up. Wait a minute, only one X-wing showed up.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy with it. I was like, okay, this is great. And then
I'm not gonna lie though, because I'm like, I like the prequels. I wanted them to like make him do like a Qui-Gon Jinn entrance. I wanted him to like for them to like lock down the elevator, and he was gonna like cut a hole out of it, like in the movie.
Yeah.
Like I wanted him to kind of do it. I was like, oh, please tell me they shut down the elevator, and we're just about to see.
So spoilers for the end of Star Wars Rebels. Kanan Jarrus has become one with the Force as of the series finale of Star Wars Rebels.
But where is that in the timeline with the Mandalorian? That's what I'm saying. Like, where is that in the timeline?
Rebels would be in the time stream between the prequels and the original trilogy.
No, it's not. Because Ahsoka's in Rebels. Adult Ahsoka is in Rebels. So it's between the original trilogy and the new trilogy.
Well, no, Ahsoka was in
she's in Rebels.
In Clone Wars.
And she's also in Rebels. She makes a cameo in Rebels.
Yeah, I get that, but Rebels, I'm pretty sure was between that skip with the beginning of the Empire until the original trilogy, I do believe.
No, Rebels actually Rebels runs concurrently with the events of the original trilogy as well.
Okay.
It starts, you're right. Like it starts in there. Like
Yep. Like canonically, they retconned what happened in The Force Unleashed. Canonically, Rebels is the start of the Alliance. Like, is the start of the Rebel Alliance. As these splinter cell rebel groups realized that they were stronger together instead of attacking the Empire separately.
Yeah. Well, of course they were going to retcon Force Unleashed. I mean,
yeah, we gotta say, yeah, the last season of
Mandalorian. Okay, so it couldn't have been Kanan. So it could have been Ezra. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
If it was Ezra, then you would have to explain how he got out of the situation that he was in at the end of Rebels.
Okay,
yeah,
but
then you would have had to explain that. Then you would have been like, whoa.
But Thrawn was with him, and Ahsoka was looking for Thrawn whenever Mando met her on that planet.
But was Ahsoka there at the end to know what happened to Ezra?
I don't know. I don't remember. Because I remember Ezra going into that hyper...
Yeah, and like his team was there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Ahsoka was. Like I said, I didn't really watch the show. I just know certain things about it to make shit connect.
Yeah. That's where we would need Nico, because Nico knows that like the back of his hand. I will admit that. Where, Nico's probably getting ready for future fandom matches with you, but
Dude, I need y'all to go look at Anthony Tisdale's Facebook because he just posted the greatest Christmas costumes of him and Christina.
Oh yeah, they have matching Christmas outfits and they are awesome.
They are so dope. They're ninja breadmen.
Ninja breadmen? I got it.
Dude, you need to see this suit and dress, like for real.
Anthony Tisdale. Let's see.
That's so sick. I wish I could rock something like that, but I couldn't. Maybe the dress. I don't know.
I swear to God, he looks like a guy I grew up with in high school. He looks like Anthony Trainer that I grew up with in high school. I swear.
Dude, real talk. I feel like he just has one of those faces because I feel like I know Anthony too, and I'm like, I don't know you.
Yeah, I mean, he just has that face of like he looks dead like him. Like,
he just looks like every guy.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of the streams with featured presentation he does. He does great with them. You know?
Okay, so Garth is saying it is implied that since Ahsoka is searching for Thrawn, that he may be back, which means Ezra could be back too.
Yeah, because
so
he didn't
die.
Yeah,
but that's what I mean. Like the way Ahsoka asked about him, it's like there's no way he's only been back for like a minimal amount of time, and she's already like, "Where is he?" You know what I mean?
Well,
like back up the reputation.
And Ezra both could survive at the end of Rebels. That is.
Well, I mean, think about it. With the Empire and Shatters, I mean, I think he could be the only one that really would like be able to unite what's left of him.
Yo, I wish I would have watched like at least Clone Wars because I didn't know that about the Darksaber when they brought that up in the last episode.
What, that was in the Clone Wars?
No, that she couldn't have it.
Oh yeah, because she had to win it by
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought that was dope. Only reason, like, oh damn, that's crazy.
She doesn't accept it from Sabine and Rebels, but the only reason she does that is because Sabine never won it through combat herself. Sabine got it as a birthright from her house.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's why she accepted from Sabine.
Like I was waiting for a Mexican standoff as soon as that was said. I was waiting for like her and Sasha Banks and everyone just to be like I was waiting for everyone. I was waiting for everyone.
But at the same time,
that's my favorite thing is that
the character of Mando wanting that. He doesn't want that.
No, but like I said, she just would have been like, draw your pistol so I could shoot you in a fight and I could take it, but like I could take it the right way. Draw your pistol. I ain't gonna do it. Draw your pistol.
That's what I was hoping for at first.
Yeah.
I thought that's what I thought exactly that was gonna go down. As soon as you see her face after he explains it to Mando of like why she can't just take it, I thought she was about to be like, he's right. Draw your weapon. And he was gonna be like, whoa, take it. Draw your fucking weapon.
Mm-hmm. And she could have just shot him in the armor and he would have survived.
Yeah.
Because
I don't even like that. He's like, okay, then I yield.
Yeah, he said it had to be to the death. Like it had to be like a legit fight. You can't just yield because he tried to say that. He was like, I yield. Here, take it.
Did he yield?
Yeah, but he still fought him, is what I'm saying.
You mean like an actual physical confrontation.
Exactly. It's not.
He can't just automatically say, "Well, I'm not going to fight you. I yield." So technically, I automatically forfeit. Here's your weapon.
Because that's what Gideon said. He's like, it's not about that. It's about the story. You have to be able to say, "I took this saber in the fight." Like, this is that's what he was like trying to explain, and that's kind of what she was trying to explain. Like that's the whole point. That's why I told you, bring him to me alive. Because I had to be the one to take it from him. It didn't matter if we were in a fight. I could have shot him in the face and be like, I got it back for our people.
Yeah.
I could have been like, I shot him in the face.
But he did that because he knew that's probably what it would have had to have done. But I wonder then, how the hell did he get it?
I think he said he just found it in the ruins of Mandalore. Is what he said?
I don't remember where he said it. I'd have to rewatch
He said it was in the Purge, that he got it during the Purge.
Oh,
like when they went to Mandalore and just slaughtered everyone, it's just like, hey, look, I found the Darksaber.
Yeah. I mean, they'll explore more with all these shows, I think. They'll explore a lot more with it.
Well, I mean, especially since they did announce that Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and Rangers of the New Republic will culminate in a big crossover event.
Can they be Power Rangers of the New Republic? That's all I'm asking.
God, I saw so many movies.
Can we have Power Rangers?
I saw that too. It's just like Disney it's like Disney's buying power. It's like Disney's buying Hasbro, calling it now.
Yoda can be Zordon.
Yoda can totally be Zordon. Grogu can
Yoda
be
just
alpha.
comes in, I have chosen
Grogu.
you from my teams with attitude from across
I
the
think
galaxy.
one of my favorite memes though is like right now with the Mandalorian is it's just like he's just trying to find a good boarding school for his Force-sensitive son. Accidentally becomes king of the Mandalorians.
It reminds me a little bit of like with Game of Thrones with Jon Snow. It's like trying to put him in that position, and he doesn't want that, kind of like Jon Snow never wanted that, even though Jon Snow was more likely the rightful choice for that position, even though
He was
didn't
clearly
want it.
the right choice. Like
Yeah.
they made that to where like, why would you choose anyone but Jon Snow? Like,
and Jon's like, I don't want it.
Well,
it doesn't matter what you want.
Well, most political theorists have even said the best rulers are the people who don't want to rule.
And even Sam said that to Jon towards the end of the last season, I think.
Yeah, he's like I don't want to rule, and like Sam's just like that's what makes you a good ruler.
That's why people have followed him all over, like with
It's because they know you don't want the power, so it's not going to corrupt you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, did anyone know this happened?
What?
Arnold Schwarzenegger did a Zoom call with all the kids from Kindergarten Cop.
What? That's awesome.
They got a bunch of the kids who were in the class on a Zoom call with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Shit.
It even has the twins that are like, our mom says our dad is a real sex machine. That's awesome.
Dude,
too bad you didn't do a Zoom call with Sinbad from Jingle All the Way. That would have been great.
That would have been.
Well, I forget. There's this other app where a group of people just made a room to like just talk about Ava DuVernay as a filmmaker, and she just showed up. Nobody she just showed up to a room that she had did not make. She's like, oh yeah, I was just scrolling through like to see what rooms were on, and I saw a room with my name on it, so I just decided to enter it.
RJ, I got your first movie for that Disney movie thing you wanted to do.
Yeah.
First kid.
Okay, that doesn't count. It's not a DCOM, but that's a great movie.
Really?
It's not a DCOM.
I thought it was out through Disney.
No, it's a Disney released movie. It is not a Disney Channel original movie. I'm doing exclusively Disney Channel original movies.
Is My Day with the President's Daughter a DCOM?
It is not, surprisingly as well.
What is it? Or
My Day with the President's Daughter with Will Friedle.
Oh.
He straight up asked this girl on a dare, not knowing she's the president's daughter.
I love those movies too. Like
Can we just remember the premise of Blank Check and how the love plot is horribly
movie I probably ran out. I love that movie. Blank Check is so dope. And
what's your name, sir?
And it was filmed in San Antonio. The theme park they go to is Six Flags Fiesta Texas in San Antonio.
Oh, really? Oh,
yes.
Shit.
The theme park they go to.
Did not know that. Shit.
Oh, yeah, we know. Okay, so it's one of those movies that, because they did a lot like these. It's a TV movie, but it was not released by Disney Channel. It was released by ABC.
Oh,
so it's not a Disney Channel original movie. It was released by
Friday or Saturday. They had something like that on.
They would do the same thing. Yeah, they would have
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Oh damn, dude, Will Friedle, back in the day.
Oh, I love Boy Meets World.
Dude, and Batman Beyond's finally coming to HBO Max.
Yeah,
that's gonna be my rewatch, dude.
Wait,
rewatch some Batman Beyond. Is not on HBO Max, but it's coming.
Oh shit! Yeah, I saw CBS sold a lot of their show rights to HBO Max, Hulu. I think Netflix got a few. I was just like, wow, they're really stretching for money now. Yeah,
but they are getting The Office.
Oh, they are. Oh,
or is Peacock? Someone
Peacock.
Is.
Yeah, Peacock is getting The Office, and the first 2 seasons are will be available for free, and then everything else you have to do the paid version.
Or we could all just watch it like I'm doing right now. I'm already on season 5. I'm gonna finish it before the year's over and just say, "All right, bye." I've watched it enough times. See ya.
Well, I saw something they added to Netflix, which surprised the hell out of me because I love Stargate, and they put like Stargate SG-1, the full thing, right on there. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Dude, I was surprised they already have the last season of Supernatural. It ended like 2 months ago, and they're already like, here's the last season.
Yeah. I saw that too. I was like, damn. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna watch Cobra Kai for the first time the whole way through when season 3 drops. I've been saving the season 3 because I'm like, if I get into it and it's really dope, I'm gonna be really pissed if I have to wait for season 3. So I'm just gonna wait.
I think you'll like it, RJ. It is. I
think I'll like it. From the clips I've seen, I think I'll like it.
There's a couple moments where you're gonna start like choking up, like I did. There was a couple moments in season 1 where they have like a flashback of Miyagi talking to like Daniel, and Daniel remembered it, and I'm just like, oh, because I remember those moments. It's like, oh god.
Yeah, that's freaking. Oh man, that is like, I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, I'm eventually going to start Digimon season 4. I'm going to do that. My Hero Academia comes back next fall or next March, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, I never got into that.
How dare you?
I mean, I watched it because Jay put on his match with Hunter, but I was like, oh, it's okay. But
Jay put Frontier on his something.
Yeah, he put it on when him and Hunter faced. He had My Hero Academia trying to give Hunter some points for like 2-point steals, and Hunter fucks it up. And Jay's yelling at him after it. I gave it to you. I don't want to win like this. I want to go to the last question. And Hunter's like, I don't know what to tell you.
What do you want me to do? What do you? No, because it is one of those shows that's just like, because like you look at old shows like Pokemon and Digimon and other things that got translated, they made the names easier for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ash's real name is like what? Satori, something like that. Ash's real name is like
Satori or something.
Yeah, and okay, Tai's was easier. Tai is just Taichi, but like all their names, like only like 2 of them actually keep their names, and the rest of them are Americanized versions. Nowadays, dub versions don't do that anymore.
See, this is why I like Dragon Ball Z. The names are all the same, no matter Japanese, American, whatever. It's the same fucking name.
Nah, I feel like they changed at least one person.
I don't think they did.
I'm gonna go.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I
think so. No,
I'll be
you're
right
right.
back.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so like these new My Hero Academia ones, when you start watching them, like you love the characters and you know them, but then someone's like, name this character, you're like, oh shit, what's their name? Like it's so like if you don't have a natural knack for Japanese, they're hard to remember.
Oh yeah. It's
you have to have a knack for it because there's so many vowels. There's just so many vowels in Japanese.
Mm-hmm. That's why like I always would do like, yeah, you can put anime on there, but it better have like a dub where I can get the information on there, because I would never go for like just a regular showing of Japanese, but like give me the character's name. I would never be that evil for a question.
So I like watched the first season of Attack on Titan. I see someone like, asked about that. Like I couldn't get into the second season. I tried to watch season 2 and I was just like, I'm not doing it. I'm done with it. I'm done over. I got over the mystery real quick. I was just like, okay, so the rest of this is just going to be the origins of the Titans and all that. And I was like, like it's whatever. And I mean, it's going to be over. So maybe I'll give it another chance once I can just watch it all the way through. Cause like I said, like I watch simulcast all I can. So I have to really be invested in the show for me to be like, I'm going to tune in every week to watch this. Like I watch Black Clover, I watch Haikyuu, I watch Digimon, I watch My Hero when it comes back. That's probably like my top 4 that I'm like, these are the shows that like when they leave and then they come back, I'm in. Anything else?
That's how I was with Gundam Wing for certain seasons. I was like, I just want to wait for the whole thing, and then I'll just watch it that way.
Oh, dude.
Because there's so much with that universe to go with.
There's so much Gundam. And G Gundam's still my favorite. I don't care what anyone says. I like how they control the mechs better. Again, it's about exclusivity in G Gundam. There's one per country. And you got to be the best in your country to work the Gundam and represent them in the tournament. Come on.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I still like Gundam Wing, but that Gundam
like, don't get me wrong. That they had to wear spandex. to
Yeah.
control their Gundams. But they did Pacific Rim before Pacific Rim did Pacific Rim. And they did it to where you didn't have to have another person.
Yeah. And they did it better than Pacific Rim, I think.
Do we remember the Gundam season where the Gundams were like chibi versions of the Gundams?
Gundam SD, Superior
Yeah.
Defenders.
Yeah.
I
still remember the toys for
pleasure
that.
of mine. I enjoyed
That came out when I
SD.
was like a kid, so
Yeah, like that was a guilty pleasure.
at first, until I was just going on like some vintage or like some like old toy web auction sites, and I saw like some in the packaging from it. I was like, holy shit, that thing actually, like, that's a thing. Like, that's not a fever dream I had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I'll say about Attack on Titan, will it go down as a great anime? Yes. Greatest of all time, maybe top 50. But there's too much anime throughout too many decades, especially with right now what Attack on Titan is up against. I don't see it making a greatest of all time list.
It just depends
because
on
of
if
available
you
right
get
now.
a big enough camp, I guess, talking about it.
And like I said, I feel like Attack on Titan, as far as I know, for people who watch it, they're not rewatching it.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's going to be the big test of One Piece. When you finally decide to end, is anyone going to bother rewatching it? Anyone going to bother?
Well, that's a test of time for anything. It's rewatchability. I mean,
Like
that's why
Fairy Tail, before its final season, I can rewatch the shit out of Fairy Tail.
Oh yeah,
And still get a kick out of it. But then the final season ruined it, and now I never want to see it again.
and I mean, people still watch both Naruto and Shippuden like all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. And then like for me, like, you know, Digimon will always be one of my top ones because I can rewatch the shit out of Digimon.
Mhm.
And another good one, another short one. If no one's ever checked it out, Assassination Classroom is freaking fantastic.
Yes.
I remember hearing good things about that.
Oh,
but I
dude,
never
it's
watched it.
so good. It's on Hulu. It's
Oh, okay.
2 seasons, 40-something episodes.
Yeah.
And it's a dope show.
Well, I saw they
Yeah,
added
parents
recently a
groups
lot of anime.
I'm just mad that parents groups in Japan got Dead Man Wonderland taken off after only 12 episodes.
Yeah, Dead Man Wonderland was pretty good.
The manga's really good too, because they actually did finish out the manga. It's really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm so worried about Bleach because I feel like it's going to be like Fairy Tail. Like, y'all waited too long to do the final season, and it's just going to suck.
That's my concern too.
Like from what I understand, yeah, the final arc of the manga is supposed to be dope, but I'm like, but how much are they going to dedicate to it? Because it happened to Fairy Tail, it happened to Inuyasha, because Inuyasha, the final act sucks really hard. Like, I just don't. I pray for Bleach. I pray for Bleach though, because Bleach was a good one.
Quick topic change, real quick. My family has this tradition on Christmas Eve: pigs in a blanket every year, and I love it. Just had some great pigs in a blanket.
I'm like, you know where it's at.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get some good pigs in a blanket, some barbecue sauce. Oh, that's good.
For us down here, it is. You gotta have tamales. Gotta have tamales. At Christmas time.
Tamale, yeah. I know I don't look like it, and Tim has called me out on it too. I am the whitest half Mexican you will ever meet.
That's not true. You should move to Texas because I can introduce you to so many more. I can introduce you to full Mexicans who are whiter than you, like complexion wise.
Wow.
Real Mexicans are like really white.
Yeah.
We'll plan a trip, Joe. We'll go down and we'll explore Texas with RJ.
You don't want to explore all of Texas. I'm taking you like 2 cities. I ain't doing that. That's like 13 hours top to bottom. We ain't doing that.
I was gonna say,
I'm gonna make a stop somewhere. I have to.
Like,
yeah. I'm from Michigan.
don't get me
so
wrong. You come down to San Antonio, I'm gonna show you a good time. We're gonna go eat everywhere.
Oh. No, before my college stopped doing it because they said it was too much money. The film club, we would go down to South by Southwest every year.
Yeah, Austin is hot garbage. Fight me,
That's what
anyone
I've
from
heard.
Austin. Austin is hot garbage. Austin tries to be California, but claims they're still Texans.
Really? Damn.
That's basically what Austin is. Austin tries to be like mini LA, but in the middle of Texas.
So they all drive around in hybrids and are real smug.
Yeah, like no, yeah, absolutely. Like that's why South by Southwest is here. Like ever since South by Southwest was there, they think they're all big shit. Like, oh yeah, we're on the map. We're this, we're that. Yeah, keep Austin weird. You know, the more you try to stay weird, the more basic you bitches are.
I will say this with Pittsburgh, like they can have all types of shit. They know what they are, and they don't stray away from it. They're, you know, that's why I still love just going to Pittsburgh and just running around that city.
Oh yeah, because don't get me wrong, because like San Antonio, like we're the same way, but we ain't trying to be nothing. Like I said, we're not trying to. Because we are just as bad. Like because like you know, people don't look at us when it comes to sports. Come down here, and I dare you to talk shit about the Spurs to anybody in San Antonio. Like, that's as bad as going into Philly and just being like, Eagles suck. Just wait, see what happens.
I would still do that. Fuck.
I know you would. But trust me, especially if the Spurs are in the playoffs, if you try to pop off anywhere and be like, Spurs suck, oh, dude, they're going to ask you to leave for your safety. They're going to be like
I remember when – because I'm a big wrestling fan. I remember when The Rock came back, and I think they were in Houston whenever Michael Cole was talking shit on the Spurs. He said something, and that whole arena just wanted to come over the barricade and whoop his ass.
Exactly. That shows you, because like even other Texans know, yo, if we're actually looking at all around who is the best Texas team, it's the Spurs. Like Dallas has one championship, and they thought they were hot shit. They have one championship, and they thought they were hot shit.
We have more than one championship. Oh, you mean for basketball?
For basketball, yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
For basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. They what year was that they won that? They were like
2011.
Yeah. They were like, oh, we're the shit, and they haven't done shit since.
Oh, and on Shark Tank, Mark Cuban still has that in his intro. It even says owner of NBA championship winning team, the Dallas Mavericks.
Yep. You won one time, bro. One time.
But at least he admits, like, people are just like, why'd you buy the Mavs? And he's just like, I knew I could never play professional sports, so I thought, why not buy a professional sports team?
Well, if you had the money, why not? I mean, if you had the money, wouldn't you? I mean,
I'd buy the Spurs.
People who have the money try to buy the Lions from the Fords like every year, and they turn down the offers every year.
Mm-hmm. And they're one of the anymore in the past decade. They've been just so consistently bad.
Detroit. So here's the thing: Detroit, as across all sports that they have a professional team in. So hockey, baseball, basketball, and football. 2010 to 2019 was their most losingest decade in any franchise history for any of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I mean, hell, and the Browns came back to actually show hey, we can actually do something.
Well, when you actually start developing offensive weapons who actually know, like, and actually can communicate and play well with Baker Mayfield, like, and here's the whole thing, like, it's what sucks because Trevor Lawrence, because now since the Jags have the #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence is going to the Jags. We know it.
Yeah,
they're stupid if they let him drop to the Jets. It's gonna suck but both of those teams are teams that.
But the other teams that are just gonna run him into the ground. It's gonna be like what the Browns did for 10 years when they drafted a quarterback and ran every fucking one of them into the ground.
Yeah, sports ball. I watch hockey.
I've watched it a few times. I'm not really big into it. I just like seeing the fights.
So this is what I love about hockey. I think hockey does their professional drafts the right way. You can draft someone right out of high school, and then they can choose to go to college, but you still have their player rights until a month after they graduate college.
Well, speaking of hockey, RJ, you probably saw it. Your Mighty Ducks is
trailer?
Yeah.
Trailer. I don't like
I saw that. And I thought I was like, I wonder if
RJ's going to make the Ducks the bad guys.
Yeah.
Dude, and the reason are the Ducks the jerks team this time?
The Ducks are basically the Hawks. That's literally what it is. The Ducks are basically the Hawks now.
Oh, so they're going to learn a lesson about how they've lost their way is what it's going to be?
I guess, man. All I know is there's no Joshua Jackson yet. I'm like, if you're going to bring back anyone, you got to bring back Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie's got to make a cameo.
Yeah, like I can't see it just being Gordon Bombay. It's you gotta like Charlie or somebody.
I really want to know how they're gonna explain. I'm like, okay, first y'all had him as a lawyer, then you had him as a minor league player, then you let him go back to being a lawyer. Now he's back to owning the skate shop. Yo, I want to see how the hell you're gonna explain that this lawyer dropped all that money as like, I'm gonna go own a skate shop, but fuck these kids.
Well, okay. He made all that money at being a lawyer, and then he's like, okay, I'll just go into retirement. And he bought the skate shop. Maybe that's it. Technically, he's the new Han now, or the new.
I know, but to me, but like I said, Han cared about the kids. It's already showing from the trailer that Gordon's going to be like, nah. He's that typical old coach, like, no, I don't do it anymore. I'm too old for this. I don't care anymore. Like, but I think that's what they're going to turn it into. It's going to be more about the fact that the Ducks are not what they were.
Yeah. I mean, I'll wait to judge it till they drop it, or they'll do. They ain't gonna drop it all. They'll do it episode.
Oh yeah, show of hands. Who's watching Wonder Woman tomorrow at home, or who's actually gonna wait to go to a theater?
I'm sorry,
just watch it at home. Honestly,
yeah, I don't
want to go see it in theaters,
but
I just don't want to drive 45 minutes all the way to Boardman because Tinseltown is closed down in Beaver, and that's like 25 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say like. And I live with people who are high risk for coronavirus, and honestly, like a lot of the theaters around my area, I know for a fact aren't going to be as strict as they should be with their precautions. And yeah, like, and not trying to get too personal. My dad died from coronavirus earlier this year, so
man, sorry, man.
Yeah, so like it's kind of
that for sure.
Yeah, so it's kind of just like I have like literally like when it's so funny, like people get so like they'll like quick sheepishly pull up their mask when they're wearing their store, and they're just like, why are you so big on wearing a mask? And I was like, yeah, coronavirus killed my dad. And then they're so quick to just pull up their mask after that.
Oh, I mean, for ours, you cannot literally step in our doors without a mask. I've had
you take your mask
off. Throw so many people out in just the past week.
I sell sunglasses. You know how many people want to take their mask off when they try sunglasses on? All of them.
Yep.
No, the craziest one I saw was someone trying to walk into a grocery store, and she like had a scarf on, but it wasn't on her face, and like they straight stopped her at the door, like, "Ma'am, you can't let you in unless you put on a mask." And she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna hold the scarf to my face." They were like, "Nope, has to be secure." She was like, and she started getting a rowdy attitude. Like, "Are you serious?" She's like,
I had one guy come in. I had one guy come in. It's against my religion. I'm like, what religion is that? I study different religions throughout history. I study history because I'm a big academic. I love that stuff. And I'm like,
I really want to know what
history
says you can't wear a mask.
Yeah, I'm like, no. I'm like, get out.
No recognized religion within like the widespread like religious community has any tenets or doctrines that are against covering your face.
Yeah, I mean, for just with Islamic, they're known for it to have a mask on. I mean, yeah, just for other women, but still.
The one thing that gets me, because I'm like, I understand there are some people that are legit, because I would love to see it, but like I see so many videos of other doctors saying like there's no way that would happen. But all these people are like, no, I have a doctor's note that says I don't have to wear a mask. Where is it?
Exactly.
You always claim you have one. Where is it?
I called a guy out because he was pissing me off with that. I was like, give me your doctor's slip. Show me your fucking doctor's slip. And he shut up and turned out the door. I was like, fuck.
Well, the fact that the CDC actually came forward and was like, hey, we know your governors are saying unless you have a medical reason not to. Here's the thing. There's no medical reason to not wear a mask.
You know what?
Yeah,
At
like
least your governor doesn't look
I have
like
asthma. I have this, they said it.
Movie.
It ain't going to bother your asthma. You're going to be fine.
At least your governor doesn't look like Dana Carvey from that Turtle movie he
did. I'm going to be a master of disguise.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Okay, that's a guilty pleasure for me. I love that movie.
Enough for the Turtle Club?
I still say
tiny nuts.
The Love Guru is one for me. But
you know what I never realized? You know what I just realized the other day, and I like shared it with my family because I saw it on Netflix.
What?
So you know that shark movie that Nick Cage did, the USS Indianapolis?
Oh yeah.
So I found in an article, and like I said, other people can know this. I never knew this, that story is the story that Homeboy tells in Jaws.
Really?
When he's like 50 men go into the water, only like that's what he's saying. He's saying he was on the Indianapolis.
Wow.
He's saying he went through that event.
Huh.
That's like his thing with sharks, is he was apparently there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy. I was like, that's so freaking cool. Because like, you know, you watch Jaws in the old time, you're just like, oh, he's making up a war story. It's a movie. It's probably not real. No, what he talks about really happened.
Damn. That's insane.
Yeah, that was like the whole story of that ship, is like their ship malfunctioned. They all had to abandon ship, and a bunch of them died by sharks. There were sharks in the water, and a lot of them got killed.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's why I won't go near like a deep water or nothing. Like, nope.
Yeah, I'm
good.
usually like, I'm usually like,
good.
yeah, no, I ain't about. If I can't see in the water, hell no.
Yeah, like I'm a giant pussy with that. Like shark, alligators, fuck that shit.
The most northern confirmed shark attack in United States history was in Lake Superior. A bull shark swam all the way up the Mississippi River into Lake Superior.
See, nope.
Pretty fast bastards. I wouldn't go.
That guy was just like, this has to end eventually. Like, that shark.
Yeah,
just
where the fuck am I going?
Like, why would? It's just like, oh, I want to go this way.
He was swimming upstream. What did that mean? He would be swimming against the current the whole time?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I wanted to kill something.
Salmons do it. That's why they get.
Because I don't know how sharks do that when they sleep. I don't know how he can like sleep and not let the current just.
Bull sharks are one of the things they don't sleep. They stay in constant motion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's freaking insane, man.
But it's just like, think of that bull shark. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Why?
Screw you guys.
I would like to think that's the story. Was like he was getting bullied by other bull sharks, or he got Darius like, "Can't you all go into that river?"
Maybe he had some friends with him, and they were doing their own Stand By Me, but for sharks. Who knows? Oh,
dude, have you seen the new Boom Studio comic they're doing? The new special edition? Heir to Darkness. It's about actually what's his name again? Ecliptus? Eclipse something raising astronomer. Raising Corona. Ecliptor. It's literally that story. Like, check out the steals from it.
Oh shit.
So it's showing him raising Corona as astronomer.
That'll probably be good then.
Dude, the Psycho Ranger one is good.
I haven't read that. I got it.
Damn.
Where they program them afterwards and stuff.
What'd you say, Joe?
There's a Psycho Ranger comic that's like about like they bring the Psycho Rangers back to try to teach them how to be good guys.
Yeah.
I kind of always just like the Psycho Rangers is just they're the evil versions that we should have got back in Lord Zed's Promise Day instead.
Oh yeah, see, Garth found it for me. Like he literally put the lines in there, like when he says it.
Oh shit! Yeah. What is this? Oh yeah. I'll have to rewatch that now because I remember seeing that.
Yeah, like that's one of the famous lines from the movie. Like 50 men go into the water, sharks in the water. Like when he says all that crap. Yeah, that's him telling the story of like how it went down. It's crazy. I thought that was cool. Like that's why I wanted to watch the Nick Cage movie because I was like, man, so I want to see like why this guy's so traumatized if he really lived through this event.
Mm-hmm. I would see. To me, that's another guilty pleasure is just Nick Cage movies because he does just like off the wall movies at times. And he still.
I really wish he would have done a National Treasure 3.
Yeah,
because they set it up so well. Like at the end of the movie to be like, oh yeah, it's totally going to be about what he asked him to take a look at, and then it never happened. And I was like, boo.
I wonder what that would have been too.
Area 51.
No, I don't. Because they skipped right past that. Because Riley was like, "Oh, Area 51." He's like, "Shut up."
I can't think of it, man. I'm trying to think of like any like North American legends besides that, because El Dorado was a good one. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. And I thought Ed Harris was a good villain in that.
Yeah,
well, a good antagonist.
Dude, I'm really wondering with Disney's all their announcements. I'm really wondering what they're gonna do with Sister Act 3. I'm like, what?
That was one of their announcements.
That's one of their straight to Disney Plus movies they're gonna do. Sister Act 3.
I think that's kind of one it's too late for.
To me, it only depends on how they do it. Like, if it's literally gonna be Whoopi Goldberg again, then yes, it's too late. But if it's just we're in the same universe and like Whoopi Goldberg's story was the inspiration for the next person to do something, I'd take that.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on how they're going to do it. Because I remember Disney had a lot of announcements.
Yeah, they announced so much on that day, and especially because it was like, it was just so out there. Like Peter Pan and Wendy, I am now excited about because Jude Law is going to be Captain Hook. I'm like, that could be really dope.
Yeah,
that could be. Yeah. It makes me kind of get those like Jason Isaac vibes when they did that like non-Disney Peter Pan movie. Like, I kind of feel like Jude Law can like play it like that. Like,
yeah, I still want to see because I know they dropped a teaser for the Winter or the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. I do want to see that.
I'm just upset that Disney didn't come to me to play Smee in Peter Pan and Wendy. Like,
you're too young, bro. You look like a lost boy. You look like a lost boy, Smee.
Tell that to my high school. I played Smee in my high school production of Peter Pan.
You look like those kids from Descendants that are supposed to be the kids of Smee, those weird little twins. That's what you look like.
When they had like kids for Smee, I was like, why not just like make them like older and I could have played one.
I thought that's something I haven't watched. I for Disney Plus, I've been meaning to watch that trilogy because I heard it's actually pretty good.
It's pretty good, especially. So it's one of those things where I always say any DCOM, you have to understand the budget they're working with and the audience they're going for.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking of how I want to do my DCOM rewatch because I know for one I'm going to do it every 2 weeks. Because like every week,
if you do the 13th year and Luck of the Irish, I'll if I can't be on, I'll definitely watch in the stream.
That's why I'm wondering. I'm like, because I'm doing it every 2 weeks, I kind of want to do like votes for every year. Like I'm going to be like, these are all the DCOMs that came out in 1998. Which one are we going to watch?
Are you going to do like all of them or just one for each?
That's what I'm saying. Like one for each year, because DCOMs have almost been around for almost 20 years. So if I'm doing it every 2 weeks, that's only 26 weeks. Mm-hmm. So like there'll be some that I can do specials like, oh, for Halloween, I'm not even going to question it. Like I'm doing Halloween Town. Well, actually, I'll do Halloween Town 2 because that's actually my favorite. I like Calabar's Revenge.
Kimberly Ann Brown is dating the actor who played Calabar's son.
No, they're married. Not dating.
They're married, Joe.
They're reconnected and got married.
Yeah.
See, I didn't like Halloween
nonetheless, but they recognized each other on a dating app and swiped right on each other and reconnected.
Hey, we dated on TV. Like that one.
Like you are a co-star with someone, and then you're on Tinder, and you're just like, "Wait a minute, I acted in a thing with them."
No, the best thing that we could have done if I would have had this idea last year when Disney Plus came out, that would have been the perfect time to do it because it would have been the 20th anniversary of the year 2000. The year 2000 is the only year that a DCOM came out every single month. There are 12 movies in 2000. One came out every month. And I'm like, man, that would have been the time to do it. Just do an anniversary of 2000 and watch one each month. And it's a dope lineup.
Yeah, they had a lot that year. I remember that. Yeah,
and there's some good ones in there. Like some of them, people would have been like, but I think like just as far as like some lost gems would have been in there. Let me pull it back up because, like, I looked over the list and I was like, damn, because I couldn't remember. I'm like, oh, was that 2000 or 2001? It was 2000. Okay, so January would have been Up, Up, and Away, which is an underrated one.
That was good.
February would have been The Color of Friendship. That movie still makes me cry.
Yeah, I did enjoy that.
March would have been Alley Catch Strike, which is my favorite. Like, that's such a good bowling movie.
Yeah, that's just such a good movie, not just bowling.
And to have the dude from Cousin Skeeter in it, to have Kaylee Kuko from Big Bang Theory in it, to have the dad from Sister Sister in it, like, it's got a crazy cast in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then April was Rip Girls. That was actually one of those good ones.
It was okay. I didn't like that one too much.
And then May would have been Miracle in Lane 2.
I like that one.
June would have been Stepsister from Planet Weird.
I love that one so much. I love that one.
The July one is the only one I'm off at because I do not remember Ready to Run. I do not remember this movie about a horse.
Yeah, that one, it was kind of like a kid version of Seabiscuit in a way.
August would have been Quince.
Yeah.
September would have been The Other Me.
The Other Me.
October would have been Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire.
Yeah. The aunt from Sabrina. Yep.
November would have been Phantom of the Megaplex, which is an awesome mystery one.
Yeah.
And then December would have been The Ultimate Christmas Present when they steal the snowmaking machine.
Oh yeah. Damn.
So if I do it vote by year, I am very curious to see how that vote goes. Those 12 movies up against each other.
You know what? I'm going to say Up, Up, and Away wins the dark horse.
Oh, I don't know, man.
I'm going to say it wins the dark horse.
I would actually I'm not going to lie, I would actually put money on Alley Cat Strikes. I feel like that's the one that everyone would be like, yo, it's that bowling movie.
Well, that's why I said dark horse. That's why I said dark horse pick for that.
I would say Up, Up, and Away or Quince.
Yeah, Quince would be a good one. But man, 2001's actually got some good ones too. So if we did all of all of 2001. I'm just gonna go in order. Xenon the Sequel, Motocross, Luck of the Irish, Hounded, Jet Jackson the Movie, The Genie Project, Jumping Ship, The Poof Point, Calabar's Revenge, and 'Twas the Night with Bryan Cranston.
See, I don't think Jet Jackson will win because that's not on Disney Plus. I don't think
that one. I think, Jet Jackson would be the only one out.
Because that series is not on Disney Plus.
Dude, that one's going to be between Luck of the Irish and Xenon for sure. Luck of the Irish is like so classic.
Oh, yeah.
2002, I'm going to give that one to probably, that would actually, that's a good mix of movies up against each other. A lot of female-centric movies, so I'd actually be very surprised to see who'd win this one. Double Teamed, Cadet Kelly, True Confessions, Get a Clue, Gotta Kick It Up, A Ring of Endless Light, and The Scream Team.
Ooh.
That's a good poll right there.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2003.
I would say True Confessions until the allegations against Shia LaBeouf came out. Because now people are going to be like, I don't want to watch a Shia movie right now.
I don't know, man, because 2003's got You Wish, Right on Track with Brie Larson, the Even Stevens Movies, which is a great finale to that show.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie's $1 Million that has Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
The First Cheetah Girls, which is still a banger. And Full Court Miracle, which is the best basketball movie about Jews.
Exactly.
I love how you classified that.
Hey, dude, that's a great. I love watching that around the holiday times. Matter of fact, I might go watch it tonight.
Yeah. Probably tonight I'll do my Home Alone.
Oh, tonight is Hanukkah, right? Right? Christmas Eve is the last night of Hanukkah, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think they overlap this year, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, 2004. Ooh, 2004. That's actually a tough one, too. Pixel Perfect, Going to the Mat, Xenon 3, Stuck in the Suburbs, Tiger Cruise, and Halloween Town High.
Ooh.
That's a good.
I think Halloween Town High might win now.
Tiger Cruise. My big issue.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Stuck in the Suburbs.
Yeah,
I think
that's good.
On that one.
Hanukkah actually ended last Friday.
Dude, my ex had no idea that that was Taron Kilman.
Really?
Like we were watching what movie? What Night School? I was watching Night School,
Mm-hmm.
and he's in that movie randomly, and I was like, I paused it. I was like, babe, because we had just been talking about like the Disney Channel movies. And I was like, babe, can you tell me who that is? She's like, no. Like she's just staring like, no. And I'm like, Stuck in the Suburbs. And her face just goes, that's Jordan? Like, because she remembered the name of the character. She's like, that's Jordan? I was like, yes. Like,
just watching like TV shows and I see so many different actors from everything. Like I remember being as a kid, I'm like, oh my God.
I'm trying to see like what other year would be like a good like like movies throwing down.
Ended on the 18th. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad. Yeah. I thought that was the thing. So let's see. Dude, 1999 is actually a good one.
What was I'm kind of curious to see this or to hear this.
So 99, Xenon, the first one.
Yeah.
Can of Worms, which is so underrated.
Oh yeah.
The 13th Year. Smart House. Johnny Tsunami.
Oh God.
Genius. Don't Look Under the Bed and Horse Sense.
Dude, don't look.
That's gonna be a war.
Fucked me up as a kid.
That's gonna be a war. Like
1999 might be a fight. See, 97 I'm not gonna do because 97 it was just under wraps. 98.
Oh, that's it.
But 98 that's gonna be a two-way race because there's that one random movie, You Lucky Dog, that no one really remembers. But the other two movies in 98, Brink and Halloween Town.
Oh,
that's gonna be a fight.
I don't even know what side I would take.
I would go Brink. I mean, I'm not going to vote on my own polls, but if I had to, I would vote Brink.
That is so hard because I loved both of them so much.
They're soul skaters.
I loved Brink so much because Brink was the one of the kids from So Weird, So Weird, and I loved that show.
Matter of fact, he was also Frankie Muniz's older brother in Miracle on Lane 2.
Yep.
Like he was in a lot. He was in a lot of stuff. Just never the lead guy. I felt kind of bad for that kid. I was like, man, you in a lot of Disney shows, but they like never give you your own thing.
Except Brink. Brink, he was the lead in that, and it was like finally.
Well, no, he wasn't. He was like the second guy.
No, he was the lead.
Well, because he was also in So Weird.
Yeah. So Weird. He was the back character. It was mainly the girl, and then the brother, and then him.
That's what I'm saying. The brother is the brother also in Miracle on Lane 2.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think that was the only other thing he did for Disney.
Trying to see the later years, what would be good ones, like good fights. I think High School Musical would win its year.
Probably, because everyone knows that.
Because everything else, you got Cowbells, you got Windy Woo, Homecoming Warrior, Read It and Weep, Cheetah Girls 2, and Return to Halloween Town, which is abysmal.
Yeah,
No.
see, I like Cowbells. I mean, I'd vote
Oh,
for that.
Read It and Weep. I like Read It and Weep.
I don't remember that one.
I like reading and weep. Her diary gets published.
Oh, okay.
Like her diary is a fantasy novel and it gets published.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, High School Musical 2 would actually have a tough time against Jump In. Jump In's actually a really good movie.
Mm.
Ooh. Okay, 2008. Screw the Cheetah Girls because the third one wasn't that good. But Camp Rock versus Minutemen.
Ooh,
yeah, that's gonna be a tough. That will be a battle.
Yeah,
Camp Rock, I can see that one.
I'd rather watch Camp Rock than Camp Rock: The Final Jam if I have to watch one of them. But I love Minutemen.
Yeah,
Minutemen is so good, so underrated.
But I can see Camp Rock winning that.
Yeah. Ooh, next year. Okay, so next year after that, Dad Napped, Hatching Pete, Princess Protection Program, and Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie.
See, I would go with the Princess Protection Program over.
I'd go with Hatching Pete. I think that's another like Jason Dolly led movie that like doesn't get talked about enough.
Yeah,
Jason Dolly was good. I like Jason Dolly. He was like one of my
Jason
favorite.
Dolly as an actor for Disney Channel is just underrated.
Yeah, he was in a lot.
Yeah.
And then let's see. 2010, Starstruck versus Den Brother versus Camp Rock 2 versus Avalon High. You know, Avalon High wasn't bad.
I think it would go to probably either Den Brother or what not Camp Rock or Avalon High. What was the other one besides Den Brother?
Starstruck.
It's going to be Den Brother or Starstruck.
Okay, 2011, let's not even pretend. Lemonade Mouth is going to win 2011. If it didn't, I'd be super shocked. The only one that would probably have a chance against it is the Phineas and Ferb movie. The only one.
Oh, that Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension does have a good shot.
Yeah. But like from what we've seen in this community when we talk about Disney Channel movies, if it was Lemonade Mouth, I'd be shocked. Like I'd be like, there's no way Lemonade Mouth just doesn't get click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then after that year is when I start like these movies I have not seen. Like it's when we start getting into like this is when I stopped watching Disney Channel. So I'd be interested to see what people make me watch for the first time. So like 2012 is Frenemies, Radio Rebel, Let It Shine, and Girl vs. Monster. Give me Radio Rebel because I still have a crush on Debbie Ryan. So at least let me watch her.
Yeah. See, that's why I watched that show of hers. What was that show, Debbie?
Jessie.
Jessie, yes.
Yeah, right after Sweet Life. She had that. Oh, damn it. I was hoping I'd never have to watch this. 2013, only one movie came out.
What?
Teen Beach Movie.
I lied. You mean you're gonna see RJ getting ready for that? Like, this beam hold me. I'm just ending it now.
You mean Grease and West? You mean West Side Story for kids? Because that's all it is.
Yeah.
No, it's Greasy West Side Story at the Beach. That's what the movie's actually called.
Yeah.
Greasy West Side Beach Day. That's what we call the movie.
You got it right.
It's no, because they also go into the movie. So it's Greasy West Side Day at the Beach in Pleasantville. That's what you call the entire movie.
Where's Koho? Because I'm sure he'll defend that movie like no tomorrow.
What? Teen Beach Movie?
Probably.
I would love someone to come in here and defend Teen Beach Movie for me. I would love for that to happen right now because it's just fucked up.
Oh, hi, Caleb. Let me bring him in.
He's a really good actor, actually.
No, if he showed up, I'd be like, do it. Okay, 2015. Okay, 2014, Cloud9, Zapped, and How to Build a Better Boyfriend. So very girl-centric year there.
Probably
at least
Cloud9
is like snowboarding. I mean, I do like Johnny Tsunami, so maybe I'll like
God. I would love for Johnny Tsunami to win.
Let's see, 2014.
Back on board.
I didn't mind the second one. I thought it was good.
That
but
Air
the
Day,
first one was better.
Oh, dude, if they make me watch the sequel, I'm gonna stab somebody. They make me watch both those. No, if they make me watch those zombie movies, oh my God.
You're giving them ideas, RJ.
Zombies too.
Okay, I'm gonna let everybody know. I have already seen the Kim Possible. Do not make me sit through that again. Dude, you know what's funny though? Because I watch Goldberg's. The chick that plays Kim is his girlfriend on the show right now.
Yep.
The dude who plays Ron, his girlfriend on the show right now is the chick who plays Kim Possible. I was like, we're out planning this? Are we going to see another Kim Possible movie? Like, because that seems ultra convenient.
Yeah. I mean,
but it makes sense. Like, hey, oh man, we got to cast him a girlfriend. Hey, the chick he just did Kim Possible with is cute. They like each other. They do like each other. Let's see. And then, 2020, only 2 movies came out. Zombies 2 and Upside Down Magic. I would really rather watch Upside Down Magic than watch any of these zombie movies.
Real quick, Joe, I finally got the whole season planned out for TV. We'll have to go over that later before the stream ends.
They're not remaking it, you liars.
What?
What are they remaking now?
Under Wraps. That's next year's movie.
No.
They're remaking Under Wraps?
Yes, they have it right here as a confirmed upcoming Disney Channel original movie.
Why? The first one was good. Why?
It has such a good ending too.
This is like let's
Ooh.
remake Blazing Saddles, and it's like, no.
Oh, I would love to see y'all guess this. All right. I want to see if y'all can guess this. Get a board. Because it has right here the top 10 highest rated Disney Channel original movies. I will be surprised if you guys can give me the top 3.
The top 10 highest rated? Like
Highest,
what, performance rated? Or
like their premieres. Who had the highest premiere watches?
and
I'll
okay.
give you this hint. I'll give you this hint. There's a tie for third. So there's 4 movies. I want to see if y'all can even get close.
Okay.
I am shocked by one of these. Only one.
I only have room for 5, so I'm just going to do top 5 guess.
Okay.
I just did the 3.
Okay.
I was going to do 4 and 5 real quick.
What are yours, Joe? What are your top 3?
High School Musical 2, Even Stevens, and Camp Rock is 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, I had High School Musical, Camp Rock, and for 3, I put Lemonade Head, and I thought Smart House might have had a.
Joe hit the 1 and the 3. High School Musical 2 is the highest rated Disney premiere.
Wow, I figured it would be the first one.
And Camp Rock is tied for number 3 with Descendants 2.
I knew one of the Descendants movies was also
Princess Protection Program is number 4.
Huh.
Teen Beach Movie is number 5. You guys will never guess who is number 2.
What's number 2?
Wizard of Waverly Place, the movie.
I can imagine that because that had a big following for the series.
It did, but from the number 1s and number 2, so they rated in the millions. So High School Musical 2 is 17.2. Wizards of Waverly Place, 11.4. That's like the next closest.
Damn, that's
High School Musical 2 blew up.
Yeah, I mean after the first one, yeah, because everyone loved that one.
I definitely was like, yes, I need more High School Musical in my life. Give it to me.
See,
Except
that's me. I never liked it. I thought it was. I was just like, whatever. And
I was just the right age because I was like, well, let's see.
I think I was probably too old then because I'm 34. You're still what? Your 20s, I think.
28. So yeah. So I'm probably that right because the first one came out. Let's see. First one came out in 2006. So yeah, I was just leaving middle school, going into high school. So for me,
I would have already been a year out.
Yeah, I'm ready for high school.
Well, see, that's how I was with the American Pie movies because when the first one came out, it was like, oh, this is like, and I was so disappointed.
So was I, for the opposite reasons. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be all nice. We're all in this together. I was the coolest guy in middle school for knowing that dance, and I was the lamest guy in high school for even talking about it. That crushed my dreams.
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite part of the SNL sketch is when Troy Bolton comes back to East High and he's just like, nobody sings and dances in college randomly.
Well, hell, and I remember when we had our talent shows, me and my one buddy were talking about it for high school because we were big into basketball. We were like, why don't we just do a basketball skit? And he just looked at me. He was like, no. And I'm like, why not? He's like, suspension, expulsion. I'm like,
for me, no, yeah. When I was in 8th grade, so I was in 8th grade and I went to one of those elementary all the way to middle school schools. I went to a small Catholic school.
Yeah.
And I want to say, they were the 4th graders. Yeah, they were the 4th graders. And they did High School Musical for the talent show. And I remember, like, the girls in my class were like, they didn't do the dance right. RJ, show them how to do the dance right. I was like, oh, I'm there. F these kids. This is how you do all of this together. Dude, I went ham on those kids. Like, this is how it's done, first of all. Like, especially like the breakdown parts where they're like, everybody sing it loud. Like, I was like, you didn't do any of that right. This is how you, I was like going hard on these kids.
See,
Like,
for ours, for first through sixth, we always did something for music class, like a thing at the end of the year, and it was always like, remember that South Park episode where they did the Thanksgiving special, and they were like, "Oh, look what the kindergartners are doing." That was kind of like how we were doing. We were spying on the other one because we wanted to be the greatest, and all of ours, looking back on it, sucked equally. And I'm like, I never want to do this again because it was too much.
Yeah.
Worry. It was like, fuck this.
Oh,
But
man,
yeah, in high school, me and my buddy, we had a guy, Justin Smith, we called Chip. Because I was like, why do you call him Chip? Because of Beauty and the Beast? He's like, no, because he's a little teabag. So we always called him our Squeak. Like, he would say something like, shut up, bitch. He's like, I'm not a little bitch.
You're a little bitch.
Oh, we would fuck with him so bad. Like, we could play it.
Was for class speaker. I was one of the 2 class speakers that year I graduated.
I don't think we ever had a class speaker.
I mean, yeah, valedictorian. Like, I was valedictorian of my 8th grade class. Granted, I went to a Catholic school where my class was 13 kids. And
yeah.
I mean, I was just like, it wasn't that I was actually smarter than everyone else. It's just that my parents refused to let me turn in bad homework. So, like, I had the highest grades. Like,
yeah.
And I was a nice kid, so I had a lot of community service because I was actually a nice kid. So I was always like doing the fundraisers and raising money.
Oh, that was always the best. Like the fundraisers, we had the candy bars. It was basically the you know who the rich kids were because they would have theirs done in a day. I'd go to my mom and be like, "Mom, take these to work," and she'd come back. Not even a half. It'd be like a half a day. An empty box. Be like, "Do you have another one?" I'm like, "Give me a minute."
I used to do it for my mom because my mom taught at a public school and they always did those America's Greatest Chocolate sales. My mom would be like, "Take a box to school." Yo, who wants to hook up? Yeah, like, because like half the kids at my school were public school kids. They were public school kids who transferred to the Catholic school. So for them, they're like, "Yo, the chocolate!" Like,
America's finest chocolate is straight up crack cocaine that they peddle to children at public schools.
Oh, whenever I would, because my mom worked at a pottery, she would take that in. They were just like, chocolate.
Dude,
like that box would be gone.
My school used to do the popcorn sales. Oh, dude, I would just go to my family. All I had to do was go to my dad's side of the family. Hey, we're selling popcorn, 5 tins. 5 right here.
Every time I came home with the popcorn, my mom would be like, "Gimme." She would rip it out of my hand and be like, and then put like, I think she got 7 tins of the caramel popcorn. And I'm just like,
that's
sweet.
That's so much popcorn.
I know, but she would get that many. My Uncle Billy would get the cheese popcorn. So many people would just, that popcorn was just like, it was a hot ticket.
Or I think did you guys do the one where it was like the people who explain what the fundraisers were and the prizes you can get? Like, those are some of the weirdest, cheesiest.
Our prizes were so bad. It was like, why are we doing this?
Oh, yeah. Except the Hummer limo, though. The Hummer limo.
Yeah.
You get a minute in the cash machine that they fill with only singles.
Yeah, it was. Our prizes were just so horrible. Like, we had better things we could buy at our Christmas drives where we could go into our library every Christmas and they had better shit we could buy there. But
oh wait, Tim, sorry, change the subject real quick. Did you ever read Soul of the Dragon?
No.
Okay, dude, you need to look up the Deca Ranger from it. Because it's okay, so in this part of the future, SPD exists, and it's the part that they kind of talk about in Operation Overdrive, where Sky is now head of SPD. and he's
Yeah.
not the Shadow Ranger, but he has a Ranger form, and it is dope.
Really? Huh.
It is as obviously as an homage to the Sentai it's based off of. He's called the Deca Ranger.
And he looks fucking sick. He's like one of those Rangers that like has like a cape, like a Hokage robe, like as part of his costume. It's
okay. I remember seeing that before. They were talking about wanting to bring that into not Battle for the Grid, I think.
Yeah,
the
Battle for
the Xbox one. Yeah, they were talking about wanting to bring that in as a DLC, but I don't know if they still have yet or not, because I kind of stopped playing that game for like 8 months.
Yeah, because in the story, JJ, Tommy and Catherine's son, is the SPD Green Ranger.
Yeah, it's canonical. He ended up with Kat, not Kimberly.
Well, yeah, I know he wasn't going to end up with Kimberly, but yeah, I wish Kat would have been like with Rocky or with Adam.
With the team up that they did in Ninja Steel.
Well, they never said anything about being married in there.
But he does have a son named JJ.
Yeah.
And
I think that's how it starts out. He goes missing.
But they do that subtle thing of like, hey, we can't show y'all kissing or anything. But if you pay attention at the end of the movie or the end of the episode, when everyone is jumping through the portal, Tommy and Kat hold hands real quick before they jump through.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to rewatch that.
Like that's their subtle nod to being like, yes, this is canon. The JJ you heard at the beginning is his and Catherine's son.
Yeah. I'll have to rewatch that then, because I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
Got fucked and Nickelodeon confirmed it.
Tommy got laid.
I still hold on to Jason Narvi's explanation for where his son came from. Him and Kimberly fucked.
Oh yeah, that's his head. He's like, I got with Kimberly. He's like, that's what I'm.
Yeah, Jason. It's like he's like, my head Karen in his skull ended up with Kimberly.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the guy that she's like, I'm the guy she found.
Even though when they had his son, he was like,
dude, and that's a crazy thing.
Or skull to like 11.
In the Pink Ranger comics, they show Kimberly writing that letter to Tommy.
Oh shit.
That's how her comic ends, with her writing that letter to Tommy.
I remember that episode.
Dirty like that.
I remember that episode. I would have hated to be Ernie at that moment. Like, here, you got this letter from Kimberly.
I would have hated to be Billy. Because, like, Catherine, a little bit inside, could be like, yes. And Billy's just like, bro, are you okay? Yeah. Like, bro. Because, like, think about it. Of everyone who is left at that point, Billy is his oldest friend. Billy is the only one left from the original team. So, like, Billy knows, like, oh, shit.
Yeah, the others are just like, oh, that's tough to hear. But Billy's like
they get it. Because they saw it, too, when they were on the team. But, like, Billy's like, yo, y'all don't even know, like, like, how deep.
Yeah. Rocky and Adam know a little bit, and so does Kat. But
I don't think Ashley knew.
Well, no, it was Tanya. At this point,
Aisha has no clue because she didn't come in because he got.
Tanya already came in at that point.
It's Zeo.
Oh yeah, because that was in Zeo. Yeah. I thought that was season 3. My bad.
Yeah, no, Aisha has no clue who Kimberly is. She just knows that Tommy has a long. Well, she knows Tommy has a long.
You're saying the wrong name. It's Tanya.
Oh, Tanya. Yep.
I'm like, Aisha knows who Kimberly is. They were in the movie together.
I wish he would have got a proper goodbye.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, to me, when like Tanya reacts to Kimberly and Turbo, I'm like, you don't even know Jason and Kimberly. Like at least
Jason Kimberly, and it's just like you've never. Well, she knows Jason, but she's never met Kimberly.
Okay. You know Jason from being the Gold Ranger, yeah. But yeah, I'm like, you don't even know Kimberly like that. Why are you like? That's why they left it to Tommy to be like, Kimberly and Jason.
Poor Rocky. One movie and he was gone.
Dude, but man, dude, like God, if that movie could have been like PG-13, I would have loved to see like Jason and Tommy like really throw down. Like a possessed Jason could be a monster. Like
they could have taken like a Lord Draken type fight with him.
No, they could have been like a straight up, like, honestly, they could have like dug into it. Like, I was better than you. I'm stronger. Why are you the leader? And like Tommy just being like, you know what? You want me to prove once and all I'm better than you? Fucking bring it.
Yeah, because he was the original leader. It's like, I was the one that
exactly. Like, I like the way he kind of says that line. Like, it was a dumb line, but you kind of get where he's coming from with that. Like, I'm the one with the muscle and the power. I'm like, okay, dude, calm down. Like, I want to hear Austin say that line without the sound effect. Like, I want the behind the scenes. He just has to be like, ah.
Well, you know what I want, but I'll never find is that Bulk and Skull theme, because Axelrod admitted on Twitter to somebody, because somebody was like, "Do you have like a hard copy of all those old like themes that he did?" He was like, "No, they were all lost.
Yeah,
like all of them gone." I'm like, oh,
but yeah,
even that theme for the in space that in space go power, you know, that one. Even that one was gone. I was like, oh, that one was so good too.
But that one, like I said, like all that would make a great, like I said, fuck the TV show now. Partner up with someone good and just make your own Power Ranger show, but just do the Boom comic story.
Mm-hmm.
If you bring that to like a series and like a good, like maybe not hour-long episodes, but like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Like 45 minutes. Like it'd be an hour on TV with commercials and like 45 minutes on a stream.
Well, think about it. Like you don't even have to do TV with it now because everything's mostly streaming anymore. Netflix would blow up with something like that.
And remember when Netflix was going to do the animated Power Rangers that they had that trailer for? And it's like, what do you think of our new look at the end? Like, dude, I was so excited for that. I was like, yes, give me that. Like,
yeah. Like I was okay with it. I still prefer live action, but it was like let's do it, and they never did it. It was like,
but yeah, I think like especially as a live action, if they did the Power Rangers like that with the story, and then eventually let it lead into Shattered Grid, because that'd be the best time to bring back Jason David Frank, because he'd be that right age now to be like, yeah, I've been tracking for a long time. Like,
he's already said that like. He would love to like actually play Draken in more longer form stuff instead of just promotional material.
That trailer was dope.
That live action trailer? Yeah.
The live action trailer for the comic was dope when he came back to do it.
And he even said, he's like, I want to do Draken more than just promotional stuff. He said, if they ever said, hey, suit up, you're being Draken for this entire... Well, because at first he even said that when he got Dimensions in Danger, he misread Draven as Draken and thought he was playing both a good version of himself and Lord Draken.
And they made him play like that shitty robot. It was like
robot version of himself.
He was like,
and
you're not me. Shut the fuck up.
The only thing that Soul of the Dragon did with the Master Morpher that Dimensions of Danger didn't do was they actually let him go turbo.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know why they didn't.
Technically go turbo.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't, because he was the Red Turbo Ranger.
Because it wasn't different enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, he goes from black to red to green to white. Like big changes. Like what did Turbo have that none of them had? You know, to bring it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Like,
when we're in our turbo suits, if you watch the jungle scene, we actually are running super fast through that jungle. We're supposed to be running like it Mach something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why Adam says sure beats walking, because it's the suits that are letting them just book it.
Well, okay. Well, you remember back in, what was it, season 2 when they had jetting, they never did that again. And they were flying like fucking Superman.
Exactly, and that was like the thing I wish that the movie would have made more clear, because the movie just makes it look like they're running, but like that Studios took it like, no, it was actually supposed to be like a super speed because we're based on cars. We're supposed to be able to just book it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's the part of the limitations of like the small TV budget is a lot of these powers that the suits are supposed to grant them, they couldn't really show back in the day because it was out of the budget.
But it's okay
I
to
don't think
do
so.
glitter.
I don't think so. I disagree. It's so easy. Half your props are fake anyways. It's so easy to just make something that can easily go like, hey, look how strong I am.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, and you want to talk about budget? Look what they did for In Space. They shot all that shit themselves, and that should have broken the budget.
I thought they were in space.
Well, yeah, no, they talked about like anything they shot stateside did end up breaking their budget. If it involved costumes or props or anything, it did break their budget. That's why they
moved to New Zealand, because it was cheap, way cheaper.
Well, that and New Zealand doesn't have laws that you have to do a union shoot there. California does. California, you have to have, even if you're a non-union shoot, you have to have like so many union people like available for it.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people can't return now, is because after Power Rangers they went and joined SAG, so they can't return because once you're in SAG you can't do a non-union show.
Yeah. Which was so disappointing for me with Legacy War. I wish they could have had more of the older actors show up.
Some of the people they had in Dimensions of Danger, I'm like, where were y'all in Legacy War?
Because I mean, they had Rocky, they had Cat, they had Gemma. They had Trent, they had Antonio, they had Sillin was there, TJ was there in Legendary Wars. Yeah, TJ was there, Carter was there, Leo was there, Damon.
And Leo didn't say shit. What the hell is it with people doing TOs with Leo and they don't let him say shit? Because Forever Red did the same thing to Leo. They did Leo dirty.
Well, no. So did that team up in Lost Galaxy with that horrible dubbing.
You mean when they came back for Lightspeed?
Or yeah, in Lightspeed, yeah. Because like it was just horrible dubbing.
Yeah.
In the suits it was just like, where's Leo?
Where is Leo?
Well, he was in law school.
Yeah.
No, he straight up like there's like, why'd you do Power Rangers? And he's just like, I knew I wanted to go to law school, but I had no way to pay for it, and Power Rangers paid for my law school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing of it is, I never knew why Jason Narvi left till later on when he's like, I went to school, and it's like, okay, that makes sense.
Well, no, it's like freaking Kendrick from Lost Galaxy. I never knew she had cancer. I never knew that's why she had to leave.
Yeah, I never knew that either until a con I was watching online, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I thought it was like something about like, we're done with her. We're gonna replace her. Like,
yeah,
like, no,
I figured it was just a decision because that happens. I mean,
this date's the only canonical Ranger death in Power Rangers history.
Yeah.
And that also led to one of like the biggest redemption arcs too, because then fucking Corone becoming a Power Ranger.
Yeah, that was Corone's redemption arc. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And her and Leo, they did.
I was always thinking Leo and Maya, but
no,
with Maya.
The first episode, they were gonna do the red pink thing and have Leo be with Kendrick, but then Kendrick had to leave, and they were like, screw it. Hook him up with Corone. Screw it.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to keep going with it. Just let it be Corone now.
Poor Zane. Because Zane was like, hey, Corone, what's up?
Right? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot Zane was all about his Shanova.
Yeah, because Zane was like, hey, what's up with your sister? He's like, fuck you, that's my sister.
The most disappointing couple to me that had the most potential, in my opinion, was Mystic Force, Nick and Madison.
Yeah.
What potential. Mm-hmm. And then for you to do the thing dirty at the last episode, like I gave her a blanket. Like, I know you can get away with kisses on the cheek. Don't you lie to me.
Yeah.
You gave her a blanket.
You gave her your baby blanket and then drove off with your parents.
And she's just like, he'll be back. I'm like, he should have turned around right then and there. I'm back.
And then the show's like 20 years later. She's still there, like, he'll be back.
That's
D and Chip the kids come in like he's not coming
funny
back,
thing
Auntie Maddie.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of y'all noticed this because I haven't seen it yet, but that movie Upgrade, she's the wife.
Upgrade.
That one where the dude lets the like
Sci-Fi Venom
body. It was that weird like low class movie that like everyone like became obsessed with. Like dude and his wife get attacked, and in the hospital they insert like a fixing thing to him, and then it ends up taking over and helps him get revenge.
I'll have to look that up. Huh, I don't remember.
Yeah, but like I was looking up the movie, and like when I was looking up the movie, I was like, why do I know that name of like the chick who played his wife? And I'm like, yo, it's Madison from freaking Mystic Force.
Huh.
You still look.
I'm talking about Mystic Force.
Oh, I would have to say the best of like that I've seen recently. Taylor from Wild Force. She still looks good.
You know, for me, it's Ashley from In Space.
She does still look good though.
Yeah.
But not for me. I got a thing for blondes. So like for me, like Taylor, like and Kat still looks good too.
Oh
Kat
yeah.
still looks good too.
She does that show with because I'm subscribed to them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember. They had Trakina on recently. I was like, oh God, you are still hot. I was going to type that in the chat, but I was just like, no, I'll keep that.
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, because I was watching that because I was like, no, that's not Trakina.
Top's still kind of hot too, though.
Oh yeah.
And then who else was it recently? Erin Cahill still looks good too.
Yeah. Oh, she did that Christmas movie recently. She was promoting on her. And
dude, but that's the one thing I'll give to like Nickelodeon. Man, they have had some good-looking women as Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah. Remember Nickelodeon essentially like for Samurai.
Oh, who was that Pink Ranger from Ninja Steel? Oh God.
Yeah, like Christine Anderson. Dude, she was fit. She was too fit to be in high school. I was like, this.
I was like, whenever I saw that, I was like, okay, Gia, you kind of moved down the list now, like move down the line, like Mini Me and Goldfinger, like move down the
Pink Ranger from Megaforce, Emma.
I was more into Gia. Just the personality, I guess.
By the Ocean music video. And she looked good.
I like how close the Megaforce cast actually is with each other because they all collectively hated being on that show.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we know our season was trash and we apologize. Like,
they're
like straight up, we did the best we could.
Yeah.
And Gia's everywhere. Like every time there's a Ranger doing something, she's like, I'm there. I'm with you.
Yeah. Oh no, yes. Yeah. Like Sierra Hanna
did that thing with the Street Fighter crossover. She was there with that.
Yeah. Sierra Hanna is like so big. She's just like, oh, you guys, she's just like, oh yeah, if Power Ranger calls me up and wants me to do something, she's just like, tell me when and where, and I'll make sure I'm available.
Well, she knows and appreciates that's what got her name out there was Power Rangers. So
yeah, well, because she even said like she's like, yeah, before this I was just a swimsuit and lingerie model, and she's like, and I didn't want to just be known as a swimsuit and lingerie model.
Yeah,
but I'll be the Yellow Ranger for days.
Yeah, and she still is. She's still.
That's another one. Maya is still looking good too from Lost Galaxy. You brought her up earlier.
Oh, Serena
she still
Vincent.
Looks really good. Yeah, she still looks really good. I didn't know she was the foreign chick from Not Another Teen Movie. I did not know that was her. I didn't know that.
When I first saw that, I was like, what the fuck is she doing here?
I don't think I was old enough to make that distinction. Like, if they didn't look exactly how they looked in Power Rangers, I wasn't going to recognize them.
Yeah, well, it was like, she looks familiar. And I'm like, no, that can't be who I think it is. And then I looked it up when I got home. I was like, oh my God.
Hey, oh my God, we were wrong.
What?
That was the next show after Space that had an alien. Maya's an alien. She's not from Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The next core team member with.
That's right. She's.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that she's not from. What's
Yeah,
the name of the
she's
planet?
Her home planet.
Miranoyan.
Miranoyan.
Yeah, I totally
Miranoyan.
forgot about that.
The setting for RPM, that's where I still put RPM. I don't care what they say.
Yeah. But yeah, I totally forgot about that.
RPM is confirmed. Spoilers because one, it aired internationally first. Are you guys okay with spoilers for Beast Morphers?
I don't
It's
care.
already done. Yeah, I already know what happens at the end of Beast Morphers.
Yeah. Beast Morphers is the pseudo sequel to RPM, which everyone saw from a mile away.
I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't. I was like, hey, that's cool. I was like, that's cool.
As soon as I saw like all the old morphers, I was like, okay, here we go.
I know it's because Chip like released a bunch of his pitches for when they thought they were going to do them in order, and that was one of his pitches for Beast Morphers. Was when it was called Energy Chasers. Was one, it was going to be set on Miranoi, and two, it was going to be a pseudo sequel to RPM.
But yeah. I love that they did that. I love that they took something Disney left that big ass cliffhanger, and at least it led to something.
Yeah,
because actually, I was a little pissed at that. I was a little pissed at that at the end. I'm like, what the
how they left that? Yeah, that was like man. That was like when Saban got it back, that should have been
that's another couple that had so much more potential, Ziggy and Dr. O, and it broke my heart when they broke up in real life. I was like, no. Y'all were like the real life.
That they actually broke up in real life. I was like, no, you were supposed to help children.
But you know what? She looks good. When they brought her back, I was like, yo, you're a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, you were cute in RPM, but damn. Like, what up, Dr. K?
Yeah. Like when you're a young adolescent male watching Power Rangers, you had your fix for each season. It was.
I didn't really think Summer and Gemma were that attractive, and I like Rose McIrvin, but I was just
I loved her as Ronnie. It's
no.
I hated the character, but
Ronnie is Overdrive.
No, I thought
Ronnie is Overdrive. Rose McIrvin is Summer from RPM.
Oh, RPM. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like RPM didn't really have one that I was like, because you had to go. So
yeah,
Mighty Morphin, easily Kimberly and Kat.
Yeah. Which
passed into Zio, which technically passed
I had a thing for Aisha too when she came in. I thought she was a little cutie.
I'm picky about African American. I like the Ninja Steel one, Haley. I liked her.
Yeah.
I liked her. Let's see. Samurai Easy Emily. She was a really nice looking blonde.
Yeah. I don't know. Me was it
Dino Charge?
Shelby?
No.
Dr.
Oh my God! What? I can only think of her first name, Claire. I know her first name's Claire, right? Or is that her actress? Whatever. Purple Ranger. Yes.
What was her name? Oh, that's going to annoy me now.
Yeah, I know. It's bugging the hell out of me when I can't remember character names.
Okay, I got to look that up because that's bugging me.
Green Ranger of that season's from Texas.
Kendall Morgan.
Kendall.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude,
you're right. Her actor's name is Claire.
Yep.
That's what it was. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, Riley from that season, like from a town not even an hour away from mine.
Really? Wow.
I actually had a friend in college who went to school with him. Like when she found out I was a Power Ranger fan, and like we were talking, like, and she was like, "Hey, like you still watch Power Rangers?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I know the guy who's going to be a Ranger." I was like, "Shut up." She shows me a picture of them, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, yo, homeboys from Texas.
Yeah.
So was I think the only other one who like is probably from Texas is Rocky.
I think Rocky's so, yeah.
From like this area as well, like San Antonio area.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And yeah, definitely Lost Galaxy was Maya. I mean, they knew what they were doing. They put on a Dana was really. She still looks good too. The chick who played Dana in Lightspeed still looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then Time Force, like Erin Cahill was like, like I still think she's like, she's not like damn, but she's like I like her. And then let's see, Time Force, Wild Force, Taylor, hands down, easy enough.
Yeah, Princess Shayla was it for me.
Ninja Storm, I'm not gonna lie, Ninja Storm, I actually preferred the evil niece with the bug head.
Yeah, see, Ninja Storm, that was a season for me that was like, you know,
I really liked Ninja Storm.
I watched it, but I was just like,
I really liked Ninja Storm. I really liked the Thunder Rangers. I don't know why I was so obsessed with the Thunder Rangers, but I was like, yes, do this every season.
I say that opinion I said it to Kaleb one day. I was talking to him about it. He's like, he loves Ninja Storm too, but to him, Mystic Force is still his number one.
Thank you. Why are me and Kaleb not talking about this? Find Kaleb. Find this man and bring him here.
Doing something with his family, I would imagine.
No, you tell him to stop what he's doing and come out here and talk about how Mystic Force is the greatest season. At least
I still have to pitch that to them at the end of the year. We always get together because I want to do something like how Cody has with Your List Sucks and yada yada yada. I still think a TV perspective show for TV would be great. Like I want to do one with Power Rangers Denver, like a then versus now type of thing with TV stuff. Like Power Rangers, I want to do. I think a Doctor Who then and now would be good. I want to do a wrestling one with Nico because me and Nico were talking for like 3 hours one day about old school versus new school for wrestling. And there's some old school matches I want to show him that he doesn't even remember. And I'm like, how can you not remember these?
As someone who lived through all of Power Rangers can actually remember it very vividly, I would love to be part of that discussion of what I saw in the decline. Like
we were there, RJ. We were there.
Like it was almost going to be Operation Overdrive, but then Disney ended on a high note with RPM.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was almost going to be Operation Overdrive. It was just like, what is this? Why do I not care about a single person on this screen? It's like
the only one I cared about was Mac. That's the only one I cared about. Mac was the only one because he was the only one with at least a redeeming story arc.
I was just like,
dude, I just feel bad because the producers and writers straight up said the reason they made Mac a robot was because they were getting so many complaints about how bad of an actor the Red Ranger was that season. Like,
he's still better than Troy. Sorry, to me, like I said, you can blame the material all you want. If we're going just on their performance, what we see, Troy is the worst.
Yeah,
Troy is the most monotone, like worse than Jaden, and Jaden was pretty bad. I thought they couldn't do any worse, and then they gave us Troy.
Well, even you remember his Dragon Ball Z moment. He showed no emotion for it. It was like emote. It was like emote, make me care.
You know who was actually also pretty bad? Like the more I go back and watch it, Connor. Connor was not that good.
Connor liked to mug a lot for the camera.
Yeah, like
that always kind of annoyed me.
Dude,
like,
that guy straight even said
he gets his battleizer. He's like, "Roar!" I'm like, what are you yelling like? Like, what is that? Who screams like that?
When people ask him what he thinks about Power Rangers, he's like, "Don't talk to me about Power Rangers." He said, "I did it for the paycheck." He hated it.
Yeah. I mean, there's some that are like that. Like, I mean, for the longest time, I think when Billy left after all that shit that happened, no one really knew.
He didn't bring it up to him at all.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know until he did, like, this interview and I read about it. I was like, oh, that makes sense. But it was like, oh, holy shit.
Yeah, it took him. But now he said since those producers are gone, that if they actually came to him with actual intent of it being him and not just a person from the, because he even said that's why he didn't show up for the Dino team up, is when they approached him, it didn't feel like they wanted him because they wanted Billy back. They just wanted the original Blue Ranger back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think Billy would have been a good fit for like. I love that character they had in Ninja Steel that played Boom from SPD.
Yeah.
I love him, but I think Billy would have been like a perfect fit for that.
Yeah.
Or in Megaforce as the science teacher.
No, yeah. Billy would make the perfect mentor.
Mm-hmm. Like he could have had a good arc with him and Noah because they were so much character-wise alike of those smart, gifted, young people that could have been a good.
Yeah, that, like when they start running into all the legends, yes, like Noah interacting with Billy would have been fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they should have, and like yes, I get it. Like they tried to model them off of like all off of their characters to a degree. Like Noah was supposed to be Billy.
I don't remember Trini acting like Gia.
They even said what happened was Sierra and Azid, no matter how much they tried to get them to act like Trini and Zach, they just wouldn't, so they gave up on that angle.
You are going to find someone to act like Zach. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't have that swag like Walter Jones does. That comes naturally.
Walter
That can't
Jones
be taught.
No, only he can do that. I'm sorry.
Because he lied. He had no martial arts or no acrobatics or gymnastics training. He was a dancer, so he came up with hip hop keto in his audition just because he like wanted to go to the next round.
No.
I still have that tape.
He says he didn't come up with it. They asked him if he could.
Oh,
they asked him like, "Can you throw some like hip hop moves and then like do a kick?" He was like, "Wow, yes, like that's what we want." Like, no, they wanted that from the beginning. It wasn't him lying. He was surprised he got the call back because of that. But then when they started explaining that to him, he was like, "Oh, so you like want this?" And then they were like, "That's exactly what we freaking want. Like, that's what this show needs, a dancing fighter."
Dude, I like.
And then they brought in Tommy
Oliver, the producer, and he even said like he's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "Tommy Oliver is named after me." He's like, "I will just confirm that right here now."
Yeah,
and like and he even said he's like, when you're the producer, he's like, when you're a producer on a show, you kind of get final say on names.
Yeah.
I wish sometimes they would try harder on names. Like, it killed me when Samurai came, like, after RPM. My name is Mike, Kevin, Emily, Mia.
I'm sorry.
I was
sorry. I hated that intro. Names? I hated that intro when you have to shout your fucking name. It's like,
yeah, I was like,
you're going to forget who you are.
Dude, if they would have done it in Dino Charge, I would have left. Like, I was like, please don't make these Dino Charge guys do this. Like, please. For the love of
that's where you saw it. It was like, and then it started to climb.
Like, can you imagine freaking like Beast Morphers like Ravi? Like, no, you don't say that name hardcore.
Yeah.
And then the little kid, Nate.
Dude, did you see the guy who played Justin? Like, he straight up he's just like, I fucking hate this kid, and then he's like, I fucking hate that there's a ranger that's younger than everyone else on this in this show, and like so many people called him out, and then he said something very homophobic. He's just like, it was he just said something that like didn't very like just not a okay thing to say at all. He's like, it was gay then, it's gay now. Stop, he's like, they just should stop doing it.
We've got into too much of a PC culture.
I think for him, it's that thing of like, look, he grew up in a different time. Gay doesn't mean what everyone wants to take it as. For him, gay means lame. He's just like, he's agreeing with them that like, yo, a kid as a ranger doesn't work. Nobody liked it then. Nobody's gonna like it now.
And
like,
they only did it because
it was still a wrong choice of words. Don't get me wrong, but I'm sure that's what he meant.
He was like, after he did apologize, he's like, I realized it was a horrible choice of words, and he's like, I should have said stupid. He's like, I'm sorry.
We've gotten into too much of a PC world now that it's just getting out of control, I think, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. Like, it went away a little bit after the 90s, but then it came back with like a vengeance.
Yeah. Like, at least with this season, like, I like the names they have chosen for Dino Fury, except the alien name, because I'm like, really? You had to give him a name that, like,
it's Zato.
Zato. Zayto. Zato. But the other names are good, like Amelia. Okay, that's a good like law. And the other girl's name is like the two Hispanic siblings are going to be Javier and Izzy. I'm like, those are good names. And then the Blue Ranger, his name's Ollie. And I'm like, those are good names. Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, you had to ruin it with the alien name. And I already feel it coming on that bet money. The Sixth Ranger is going to be from the same planet. It's going to be like Lost in Space. Mm-hmm. Like their Sixth Ranger is also going to be an alien.
Oh, you mean like
I'm just excited for the Sixth Ranger Zord though, because the fact that the Zord is a Mosasaurus.
Dude,
I'm sorry to get out of dinosaurs though.
Just let it be what it is. Because they called a beetle a mantis through all of Beast Morphers, and it was killing me. I'm like, that is obviously not a mantis. No kid is that dumb.
I've met some pretty dumb kids, aren't you? I've met some pretty dumb kids.
But they even show you what a mantis looks like during the morphing sequence. How does that Zord look anything like what you just saw?
I know. Every season has its little thing of what they fucked up on.
Name 5.
What, where they fucked up during the season?
Non-Nickelodeon. Name 5. Where they fucked
something up during the season?
Yes.
Power Rangers season 3 with the Glitter Rangers. Turbo with Justin.
No. You can't count that because that was an American idea. That wasn't something they had to translate from Japanese.
Okay, give me the full boundaries.
Okay, like I said, like something as bad as that. That like this is clearly not a mantis. It's not a mantis in Japanese, but because we're not going to explain to kids that there's 2 types of beetles, even though we technically did it in Ninja Storm, we're going to call it a mantis.
Okay, I'm not being that specific. I'm just saying there's each season they fuck something up.
No, not that bad, but not that like. You really have to like suspense and disbelief. You really gotta just be like, fine, it's a fucking mantis.
Suspense and disbelief? Not explaining at all where the fucking turbo powers came from.
They created them themselves. Next question.
Oh my god.
Watch
Say that bullshit. Say that bullshit for someone else. Say that bullshit for someone else.
That he had these created for when the Zeo powers weren't going to be strong enough for the next threat they face.
No, Joe, you're on my side.
However, but whatever. Yeah, we're just gonna make cars now.
Save that bullshit for someone else. Fuck that.
But anyways, go on. Give me another example.
I mean, I'm just going off with stuff that they've messed up in series that they should have done better, like replacing everyone so fast at the beginning of Turbo because you lost. I mean, yeah, Ernie was gone because of the health conditions, which sucked. You got rid of Zordon right away in Alpha 5 and brought us a Jive Bot and Questionnaire.
I did love me some Alpha 6, though. Yo, Rangers!
Oh, God. I'm so glad they fixed the voice in space. If they would have kept it as that, I was going to be like, why?
And in Overdrive, because wasn't that Alpha 6 too? In Overdrive?
Yeah, I think. Wait, yeah, no, wouldn't that be Alpha 6? Because what Alpha was in Forever Red? Wasn't that like Alpha 7?
There was no, because it had to be Alpha 6. Because remember, Alpha 6 was in Lost Galaxy.
Yeah,
Alpha 6 was the Alpha that was in the Mega Ship Museum.
Yeah, but was that? Are you sure it wasn't Alpha 7? I thought they said this was like Alpha 7 when Andros was talking about it.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Oh, Operation Overdrive with the whole when they did a crossover episode and
that's what I'm saying. I like when Adam went to go like looking for them. Yeah, there is only an Alpha 5 and an Alpha 6.
Okay.
Alpha 6 was the turbo one. You're like, yeah. And I think
you know what one thing I wish they would have expanded more on was remember the true beginning for season 3?
They have him right here as last appearance, once a Ranger.
Yeah. But I mean I really wish
that was
with Masked Rider and have like 2 super villains vying for control of Earth.
Dude, I wish Power Rangers would have crossed over with Beetleborgs. They did it in Japan. Why couldn't we have it? The footage existed.
Well,
But I think it was the season we skipped. No, it's the season we skipped. It was Die Ranger.
Yeah, Die Ranger. I was gonna say Die Ranger crossed over with Beetle Fighter, Jay.
I kind of wish we would have got a tie-in with VR Troopers too.
That's what they should have done in space.
Well, they were, like I said, there was that talks of wanting to do that with Zeo with the Gold Ranger, but then they made him 3 different fucking people.
Hell, Tommy was supposed to be the star of that show until they were like, "No, let's bring Tommy back."
Well, yeah, that's what was
the main character.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I wish they would have just had the balls and just did.
Dude, I like how if the internet would have existed back when Lost Galaxy came out, I just would have waited for all the posts of does anyone else notice the Starship Trooper armor that everybody's wearing? No, just me. No, just me.
I think
that's so bad. I'm like, what?
That's what I was rewatching it. I was like, oh my god, they're wearing the Starship Trooper armor. I
was waiting for John Rico just to come up and be like, "Do you apes want to live for?"
And then, funnily enough, what American-made freaking foot soldiers did we give them? Fucking bugs. We gave freaking bugs. That was that one too. The first American-made ones, I think. First American-made foot soldiers.
No, Quantrons, wasn't it?
No, the Piranodrons in the movie are not the same as they are in the TV show.
Oh no, I'm talking about the Quantrons from In Space.
You know what? You are correct. Let me see. What were they in Japan? Now I'm curious. What the hell were they?
I think they were those. Remember those weird things where they had the simulation come into reality on the holodeck?
I wouldn't be surprised if because it's kind of like freaking Dino Thunder, where the actual things weren't introduced until Ethan went into that video game and then accidentally brought them out. That was how they explained that bullshit.
I think was the original ones in space when they had the holodeck problem, but I can't remember.
I'm checking it out. I'm super curious. I'm already on the. Yeah,
I'm going into
on the mega. I'm already there, bro. You don't even know. What do you even do?
That was what was that? Mega Ranger in the Sentai.
Yeah. The fact that you had to think about that. Oh, I'm gonna hit y'all with all the Super Sentai things. If you and Ryan throw down in a championship match, I'm gonna throw all the I'm name the Japanese equivalent for insert name here.
I hate you.
Hey, I'm not gonna ask y'all for the whole titles. I could be a dick and be that. I'm just gonna ask you for in space. You got to know it's Mega Ranger.
Yeah, it would take me a second, but I would still get that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only one that ever throws me off is Lightspeed Rescue.
Go 5.
Yeah, Go 5.
Exactly. That's why it just throws
I remember it more because I collect the mini claws. I still gotta get that one, but they whenever they launch them, it's always the Sentai names for them, like Zhu Rangers, the Mega Rangers for In Space, Kaku Rangers for.
And it's so crazy that because I thought they were so dumb in the show when they came up, but can you believe in Lost Galaxy those pirates were the actual main foot soldiers in the original Japanese version? That's so bad.
Captain Mutiny is the actual main villain of Gingaman.
Yeah. And those horrible looking pirate things are freaking
that was just such a horribly done plot line.
Yeah.
Gingaman, they're protecting
welcome to the Lost Galaxy.
I'm not seeing the foot soldiers here.
Oh my god, they're terrible.
What?
Okay, you have to click on the main villain title, and then when you go down, they literally call them the Grunts. They are in these horrible, like, purple and yellow costumes. Like, oh dear God, I'm so glad they didn't use these.
Under
They're
Wicked
almost
Electric Kingdom?
yeah, under that, like, click on that.
Oh, okay. Just click on that link. Okay.
And then go to members. And then when it gives you the members link, you'll see that it has like leaders, generals, evil Sentai Rangers. Go to grunts, and that's what we're looking for. And they're just terrible. They're so bad.
Grunts. Yep. That was from the holodeck episode where they had them like come out of it because it was TJ and Cassie training against them, and they came like out into reality. It was
Damn, that's just terrible.
Yeah, so the Quantrons were the first made ones then.
You know which ones I would want to fight? Like, no joke, Kelzax. I don't know why, but I'm like, I want to throw down with these things.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. I don't know why. I thought Kelzax were like badass with their freaking Tonfa blades. I was like, yeah, I want to throw down with these dudes.
I thought
like I wouldn't want to throw down
Shadow
with
Fighters, the crossover of Time Force and Lightspeed. Those seemed interesting. Remember those?
That's a good one.
Can we just remember that the Mute Orgs only happened because a fire happened where they were storing the Hades, Zeus, and Poseidon org costumes, and they lost the Hades, Zeus, and Poseidon orgs. So they just cobbled together some org costumes they had.
But that was a badass way to tie in a team up. That was a dope way.
Yeah.
That team up has the best story.
Oh yeah, it does. Like because it actually is. It's an actual legitimate reason for why. Because it's like Time Force is just like, oh yeah, like these are technically mutant criminals, so we have to stop them.
And you got that continuation with all the Time Force characters like Jen, what she's been doing with Eric and Wes and Katie. Not really Lucas and Trip so much. They were just there. Yeah.
And then Rancid gets a badass redemption. He gets a badass redemption.
Rancid gets to look human. Rancid gets to look pretty again.
I'm like, oh, is he going to have a son named Drax too? That doesn't make sense canonically of where he fits in.
Because like that's the only problem with Forever Red is the story. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, that was because they wanted to sell
Empire's been on the moon the whole time, and we're now just going to do something about it. Like,
yeah. Like they've been thinking of
that. The villains we're fighting are all Beetleborgs.
But not only that, Serpentera left for the M51 Galaxy when they had to go run and live with Rita's dad, and Zed's like, I want to kill myself. I don't want to because he's like holding a box and he's looking towards Rita, then he's like,
dude,
I kind of think I just want to run into the blast.
You, man, that was the ending. That would have been my like post-credit scene to the ending of my second Power Ranger movie. I would have Lord Zed pull a Thanos, and like Rita fails him again and loses the green Power Ranger coin, and he's just like, I'm fucking doing this myself. Like
that's what
you have to do.
Because if we all knew that the sequel to 2017's Power Rangers, it would have been Tommy as a villainous Green Ranger would have been the bad guy for the second movie, and then obviously he has a change of heart by the third act, and then the third movie would be Zed.
But you know what? Also, you could have done in the third movie. In that one movie, you could have done his change from green to white, easy.
Oh yeah, like that's why. Like I even said, like I said, if I would have wrote a Power Rangers movie, I would have said have it be as he gets purified, have him turn from the Green to the White Ranger in the second movie.
I kind of wish they would have had a chance to make a second movie, but
I'm just happy that
I love the cast. The cast was so good.
They're such a good cast. I think what happened was it wasn't a strong.
I hate to hate on the other Hispanic, but no, you could have found somebody else. I'm going to say it. I'm going to be the one to say it. Like, Becky G was the only one that movie didn't need. You could have put anyone else as Trini. Like, and it would have been okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wish they would have given Ludi Lynn's Zach more screen time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could relate with his story because I dealt with that with my mom. I could relate with him.
They would have gone more into the thing of like another way he was trying to raise money was he was trying to do crazy YouTube stuff. And that's why he was abusing the powers. He was trying to master the powers because he was abusing them to make YouTube videos. Like that whole thing on the train that you see in the trailers, that's Zach making a YouTube video after he gets the powers. That's the whole point of that scene.
Even though I still did love when he just took the Zord out for a cheap ride. I love that.
I still think my favorite, like, even though like I know it's a cheesy and it's just for cheap laughs, I love it when like Zach's just like, dude, I'm black, and RJ's like, no, you're not.
I am though.
He's like, I am though, and he's like, you're not. I am.
No, I like the behind the scenes story of that fight between Zach and Jason. How Dacre and Ludi Lynn talk about how they accidentally hit each other. Or no, Ludi accidentally hit Dacre, and Dacre got him back.
Yeah.
Like, they actually got pissed enough off at each other that, like, Dacre got mad that he hit him. So, like, in another scene, he didn't hold back and hit him.
Yep.
And, like, they almost, like, dude. Like it was one of those, like, dude, you hit me first. Yeah, but I didn't do it on purpose. Like,
yeah,
I heard about that. But
yeah,
like now they
were gonna throw down. Like,
but that's like, because I have friends who work.
Because when you really think about it, there's a huge age difference between those dudes too. Ludi Lynn was already 28 when they made that movie. Dacre was barely like 22. So like, I could see Ludi Lynn like, this kid just hit me. Like,
I think that's probably where it comes from. Is he's just like, this guy who's like 7 years younger than me just hit me on purpose because I accidentally hit him.
And then Naomi Scott's story about how she hit a stunt double too hard.
Yep.
I still think Tommy's during the first movie of his stunt double was like, because they were wearing like those thick costumes for those news guys, and he's like, man, just go ahead and hit me. I ain't gonna feel it. He's like, okay, and he hit him and knocked him out. He's like, that hard enough? He's like,
No, one of the best stories, especially when they're together, is when when he fucks up his face from doing the flip, and he says Johnny was there the whole time just watching.
Yeah.
When he tells that story when they're together, it's the best.
Oh yeah. I still like the guns one when Narvi, Frank, I think Johnny was there, and they just went out into the desert just for like 3 days, just shooting guns and living on the land, and then come back to civilization.
Because their scenes were so small, and they were like, all right, we're done with ours. See ya. And him and Bulk went on like an Australian adventure. Like, they were like, screw it, man. They have us here for a month. They needed us.
Paul was like, oh, they asked me to go. And I was like, is there like a Denny's or something? He's like, no, it's in the middle of nowhere. He's like, fuck you guys.
And then they got to direct those episodes that were filmed there because, like,
Paul Scheer and Jason Narvi directed a bunch of episodes of season 2 because shooting went too long for the movie.
Yeah. And then another good one is another good story is Jason David Frank pissing himself on Turbo because he had to pee so bad, and they wouldn't let him go to the restroom. So he pissed his pants like right next to Johnny.
Running into the water.
Yeah, when they're running into the water, he actually pissed himself. Because he's like, we're gonna get wet anyways.
Yep.
And they
he told that story at a con, and he's like Jason is one of the like he's like Jason just doesn't give a fuck.
Well, I remember it was like all the original ones. I mean, not Twee because she passed, but the commentator asked a question like, who was the biggest prankster? And they all just looked, and then they slowly turned, and then they just looked, and he's just like, yeah.
I know. He's just like, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Because he admits it. He's like, I like pulling pranks. You got to keep it fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, because he even said that. He's like, we worked on a kids show. Of course, I wanted to keep the set fun.
And
yeah.
and then the story of him rubbing his ass in
That's funny. That's funny.
So no, the best part about it is if you ask Steve himself too, he admits it. I thought they were lying. I did not believe them when they said they did that to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he's like, no, you did. And I woke up and like, because it's also Jason. So Jason's like, dude, I totally got you. And everyone's like, shut up, Jason. Like, and like, like Johnny's one of the guys. Like, dude, his ass was on your face. Like,
yeah,
we're not lying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Oh God, it was so many behind the scenes stories.
I remember when they came to San Antonio, I asked that in my thing, hey, is this a true story? And like Steve at first was like, what? And then like David Yost reminds him, he's like, when he sat on your, like you hear him, like, because they're not talking in the mic, like they're looking at each other like, what's he talking about? He's like, when Jason sat on your face, and Steve's just like, ah,
yeah. No, what's funny is David Yost, he actually straight up said the reason he didn't come back for the legendary battle was this is how they contacted they sent out a generic email that said, dear former Power Ranger.
Yeah.
In celebration of Power Rangers 20th anniversary, we would like to invite you back for a special episode called The Legendary Battle. These are the dates that we plan on shooting. Reply to this email if you are available and would like to be a part of it.
And then even so, they only picked 10 people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Apparently more did reply that they were down, and they still only took like 10 of them, and a random 10 too, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
Well, they even said the only person that because they even said the only person they for sure knew they wanted back for the legendary battle was JDF. That other than that, they just were going to take what they could get.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of like that. He's always been that Power Ranger mainstay.
I felt bad for 3 people in that episode. I felt bad for Reggie Roll because he was the only legendary person who didn't get to say a line.
Yep, damn
like
it.
Even Corone got a line. And he
I hated when she put on her helmet.
Yeah, when they did that to her face, I was like, that was dumb. No one needs to know that. Like, no one needs to be reminded of that. Like,
yeah.
Like, the legendary battle was not supposed to be for the kids. The kids are not going to remember who Astronema is. Because unless they have parents who are like saying, "All right, before we get to this anniversary season, I'm going to have you rewatch. I'm going to have you watch Power Rangers."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But like, I was just like, why they do Reggie Roll dirty like that? Like, why would he? Like, how come he's the only one who didn't get a line?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Dana got a fucking line, but they couldn't give her one.
And then Mike and Emily too. I'm like, y'all were the only new people there who didn't have to wear a mask, and y'all didn't get to say anything, and y'all were like right there in the center. Y'all were like right next to JDF. That was your line. Hey, we get to be right next to JDF. That's my line.
Yeah. That was.
I remember when it was filming. Hector David, I think that's Mike's real name. He was posting all the pictures with him at JDF, like Green Rangers.
Yeah, he's like, I get to hang out with JDF.
Yeah,
no, yeah. They always talked about that. Like, they would always ask him at cons, like, what would be y'all's dream crossover? And Mike would always be like, Forever Green? Like, come on. Hey, Forever Green would be dope, though.
Yep.
That would be a dope team up.
Because you get Adam.
You get Adam as Zeo. You bring back Carlos as Turbo, so you get both of them. And I'm saying, like, purely green. Don't bring in the blacks, too. Purely green. So Tommy, Adam, Carlos, Damon,
Joel,
Trip, Cam, Bridge,
Xander, Ziggy, Mike,
and then Mike.
Yeah.
That'd be a dope ass team.
And then Dino Charge Green.
Well, I mean, it was beforehand. It was beforehand.
Yeah, it was Mike. Yeah. Oh yeah, that would have been a dope team.
Yeah.
That would have been a sick like forever team, and because it still would have.
What could have been like the super villain for that?
Tom.
I don't know.
No, Tom. You get Tommy's clone. Tommy's clone goes back to being evil. Tom.
Yeah.
They kind of just left that string hanging there, which
Yeah, Mike has Green Ranger powers and never uses them.
And I would love for Mike to be like recruited like the way the Red Rangers were, just like one of the random Green Rangers like showing up like you're Mike the Green Ranger, right? I'm Trip, Time Force Green Ranger. You're coming with me.
And then
And like all the other Rangers like, wait, what? Like, wait a minute, what? Why the Green Ranger? Because Tommy, that's why. Shut your mouths.
Yeah, Jaden somehow remembers it's Forever Red. Didn't they do this with the Red Rangers last time? Yeah.
Oh no, that could be your surprise twist. It's not Tommy, it's Tom.
It was Tom the whole time.
It was Tom the whole time.
No.
And then Tommy comes at the end like, what the fuck are you doing here?
And Tom's just like, gotta go.
He just opens up a time portal and goes back to the past.
Goes back to Colonial. Yeah, that's a timeline thread that doesn't make any sense. There is a colonial. Did Tom help the revolutionaries win the war?
He brought out the Dragon Zord to clear the battlefield.
That's something from the comics I'd like them to see them bring to like live action. The 1969 Rangers.
Oh yeah,
that would be awesome.
1969?
Dude, please tell me you've read that part of the comic.
The Moon Mission.
Psycho Green.
1969.
With the chick who runs Prometheus was the Red Ranger.
Team of Power Rangers brought together by Zordon and Alpha 5 on the eve of the U.S. moon landing to prevent Psycho Green in his efforts to free Rita Repulsive. Ooh.
Dude, and he like murders them.
Wow, and they say Zed has a bad pitching arm.
Yeah. But dude,
he was still on the moon? Like, Jesus Christ, Zordon. You couldn't have sent her, I don't know.
Anywhere else?
At least Zed sent her out into space before she came back.
Dude, Psycho Green straight murders these guys too. Like, one of them dies because he literally breaks the helmet and just lets him suffocate.
Yeah, he lets the Black Ranger suffocate.
No, the Pink Ranger. He left the Pink Ranger, but it was a dude. The Pink and Black were switched. But dude, left them straight suffocating. The Black Ranger chick gets crushed by a giant rock, just crushes her with it, and the Blue Ranger sacrifices himself because Psycho Green goes Psycho Monster mode, and he sacrifices himself.
Oh yeah, he has the cannon, and he shoots him point blank with the cannon, and it backfires.
Well, that makes sense now. I mean, because you remember at the end of Turbo when Justin runs into Nasada, and they're just like, "Of course, we'll let the Power Rangers."
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, and no. That's the thing. No one ever knew about those Power Rangers. When that mission failed, Zordon took the powers back, and they never spoke of it again. They even confront them in the comics, like, Zordon, you always told us we were the first Power Rangers of Earth. Mm-hmm. I lied because I failed. He's like, I hid my mistakes. I recruited a team that was not ready, and I sent them on a mission that they were not ready for, and I regret that every day.
I get that, but it makes more sense looking at this and then thinking back to that scene. It's like, okay, I can understand how they're like, yes, the Power Rangers need the shuttle. Go. Yeah. But
yeah, dude, it's a crazy storyline. It's crazy. And that's the whole origin of Psycho Green is even crazier because Psycho Green is not like the other Psychos. He was actually a corrupted Ranger. He was I was a Green Ranger on another team. That team treated me like shit, so I turned on them.
Yep, and killed them. And the Dark Spectre's just like, hey, your team treats you like shit. I can make you more powerful than them. Kill them and I'll give you these powers. Wow. And he does.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to read that now. Shit.
Dude, yes, dude. But that you need the Psycho comic because that tells that story.
Oh, yeah, the Psycho comic tells
but the story of the 1969 Rangers, I want to say that's right before Shattered Grid, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's right at it because the first 6 issues are the Black Dragon arc, and then because they go to Prometheus to try to figure out a way to get Billy and to
wait,
get
Prometheus is Terra Venture.
Yeah.
Prometheus is the company that builds Terra Venture. They literally use the shuttle in Shattered Grid. They literally use Terra Venture.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm just like Boom Studios and their run, like the Boom Studios universe for Power Rangers is one of my favorite iterations of Power Rangers.
Yes.
Well, I think probably for adult fans to do.
It makes all that stuff canon, including Hyperforce, the role-playing game. They are canon Rangers.
Yeah.
Yep. They're all canon Rangers because it's a multiverse now.
Because it's canon, the comic books are technically the first appearance of Beast Morpher Rangers because they are in the battle.
Yep, they're in the Shattered Grid battle.
But they're there, so that's technically their first appearance in canon. Is in that comic. But now Hyperforce, I would love to see that made into a real show because like the way they played it out in the RPG, I was like, yo, this would be a kick-ass story, and I want to see y'all Zords.
Yeah.
Giving the Pink Ranger the Battleizer too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like how when afterwards there's like, why'd you give the Pink Ranger the Battleizer? And there's like, we felt bad that we made her literal parents the main bad guys. So we had to throw her something. So we said, yeah, we're giving her the Battleizer. We're giving her the Phoenix armor.
Yeah.
I mean, does everyone else think about it? They already got what they wanted. I mean, the chick who plays the Black Ranger is an accomplished voice actress. Andre the Black Nerd is Andre the Black Nerd, and he finally got to be a Power Ranger. He's fine. Yep. Peter Sadarso has 2 Rangers in canon, a Red Ranger and a Blue Ranger. So is Yoshi. He's now 3 Rangers. He's Dino Thunder Blue, Time Force Silver, and Hyper Force Green.
Yeah.
And then Paul Schreier is finally a Power Ranger after all this time.
Yep.
And he doesn't have a helmet that makes him look like a pig. Yes.
Yeah. So you had to give her something, this other random chick, like, hey, let's give her a Battleizer. Yes.
Yeah, she's a Twitter personality and a Twitch personality that was just a fan of Power. She was just a friend of Hyper RPG.
Yeah. I'm like, yo. And see, the only reason I knew the chick who was the Black Ranger was because she was in the recent Digimon movies. She was a voice actress in the recent Digimon movies.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know your name. You were in Digimon. Another way where Digimon and Power Rangers have come together. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Because Johnny Bosch voices TK.
Oh, he does. Okay.
In Digimon Tri and in Digimon Last Evolution. So I was like, wait a minute. My favorite Power Ranger is voicing my favorite Digimon character. When they announced him as the actor, I was like, yes.
I remember someone, I don't know what movie it's from, but it was a fight scene from the movie. It was Johnny Young Bosch and
Daniel Salzburg. Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, holy shit, that was great.
Yo, I didn't know that Johnny Young Bosch knew Wang Chung.
You didn't?
I didn't know that. I mean, like I said, I knew he was a martial artist, but I didn't know what he studied. But yo, when he goes straight Ip Man on him, I was like, yo. Mm-hmm. Dude, I remember because I was still in school when that came out, and I was showing that to everybody, like, yo, you think the Power Rangers can't fight? No. Those guys were Power Rangers. Watch them.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so many people think there's they don't none of them do their own stunts. It's in all of their casting calls, they pretty much say it's just having some art
anymore. You could tell they're not as much about it anymore. Can you flip? Can you look like you can flip?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no,
it's not that
samurai was models.
Yeah, look at Dino Charge. Brendan Mejia is an American Ninja Warrior. At least he did it for a long time. And Yoshi is a legit martial artist. So you would always see in the scenes when they're training, they're really the only ones training. Riley trying to look like he's doing shit with his sword. Chase is just, I'm gonna shoot this.
Yeah, Chase is just I'm the sharpshooter of the group.
I mean, Riley, you could buy as maybe a fencer.
That was the whole thing.
Yeah, Riley, you could buy as a fencer, so you can understand that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of for me on the level of fucking that up like the Mantis. Like, what does being a fencer have to do with holding your sword upside down like he does in that style? No fencer would ever do that, ever.
I know.
No,
Like,
yeah.
I have a bigger thing where I can
style in fencing at all.
That's the kind of little things that bother me. Like I said, like that to me was like, no, that is not okay. No fencer would ever fight like that. And just because you're a fencer does not mean you can fight with a regular sword. Like,
like I can let that disbelief go. That's why I enjoy the Transformer movies for the garbage they are. I can disbelieve myself with a lot of that. That doesn't make sense. Like all of them.
What's everyone else doing in the morning for Christmas? I got a big breakfast in the morning.
Oh yeah, so every year on Christmas Day we open presents and then we make omelets as a family.
Dude, my aunt goes hard like on a big old breakfast buffet, like pancakes, eggs, bacon, sausage, ham, hash browns, tortillas, biscuits, beans. Like, oh my god, dude, it's so much food.
Yeah.
I just have stuff to work on for the car tomorrow. If it stays nice, if it starts snowing, I'm gonna cry.
We've been on this for like 3 hours. I need to watch more of The Office.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, and I need to go.
Before we go, Joe, I'll go over the TV thing if people are gonna rewatch this.
All right.
But
if anyone is rewatching this, let me know because I'm gonna put that poll up later. Like, how do you guys want me to do the decom stuff? Do you just want me to pick random movies, or do you want me to go by the years and let y'all pick which one I'm gonna watch?
Some of those years are gonna be brutal fighting.
But that's why I want to see it go down. I'm gonna be like, kill each other, destroy each other, and screw all of you who try to vote Teen Beach Movie.
Make one burner accounts.
Well, no, I mean, it's the only movie that came out that year. I have to watch it. It's like 1997. I have to watch Under Wraps. It's the only movie that came out.
Yeah.
But if y'all make me watch Teen Beach 2 instead of Descendants 3, I'm going to stab somebody. All right. Y'all have a good one, guys.
All right. Have a good holiday, RJ. Thanks for joining us.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Hallelujah.
All right. Here's what I have, Joe, for because I got in a form and I went all the way to the end of it. So I want to start back in February. First match I have planned is you and Alec for your tournament rematch.
Yep. #1 contenders match, correct?
No. Here's how I'm going to do this. That's going to be the first match. Second match is going to be Richard versus JTH. Then I'm going to have Aaron versus Zadius. Then I'm going to have Michael Turner and Brooklyn. That's going to fill out February. March is going to be Jay, and I got to make up Jacob E. West to him because of Douglas with his exit. Then it's going to be Nico and your boy Mike.
Yep.
And then we're going to hit the debuts. Yeah, and we're going to hit the debuts with Chase Brown, Brandon Rutledge. And then Eli is going to be a debut against Matt Cutler. And then Cameron Holtzman, a debut against, since I have to make it up to Chris, is going to be Chris. He's going to face. Yeah, he's going to face Chris Diaz. April is going to start the teams tournament, which we have 8 teams. I want to make sure they're all still stick with it. April is going to be all of the round 1 matches. There's going to be 4 of them. May, it's going to go the first 2 matches are going to be the teams round 2. And then I'm going to have the winner of you and Alec versus the winner of Zadius and Aaron. That's going to be the #1 contender match.
All right.
Yep. And then we'll have, after that to end May, we're going to have the teams tournament finals to crown the team champions. That one is going to be a 5-round matchup. And then June will start with Jacoby defending his championship against whoever wins the number 1 contenders match. Then the next match, the winner of Burns and West versus the winner of Rigoli and Bryan. And then the winner of Brown and Rutledge versus the winner of McKagan Cutler. Then the loser of Brown and Rutledge versus the loser of McKagan Cutler. And then Boatman in the last match of June versus whoever, depending on how the rankings fill out. And then July is going to start. I want to do a teams match, a singles match, a teams match, and then a singles match. That's just going to be determined once we get some more of these matches down. August, since there's actually 16 people, or more than 16 people, it's going to be a full 16-person tournament.
Nice.
So August is going to be all of the round ones, and then the last match in August is going to be a team's title match. September is going to be all the rest of the round ones. October is going to be all the round twos. November is going to be the 2 quarterfinals matches, a team's match, a team's number 1 contenders match, and then the finals of the tournament. In December, I'm going to do a team's singles, a team's title, and a TV championship versus the winner of the tournament. Since I figure until I can maybe find some more TV writers, I highly doubt it because people like to play, but they don't really care about helping with the writing.
I think it's going to be you and me for a bit.
Yeah, so I figure I'm just going to step away and get back to it whenever I can.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, for right now, that's going to be like the setups and the teams that we have already. We have Boatman and Koho, Cody and Tim, Zadius and Eli, Rosario and Ike, you and Mike, Richard and Chris Diaz, which I don't know how that dynamic will work out. I really don't know how this next one's gonna fucking work out. Alec Miller is gonna team with Take a Guess.
Yep, Hunter Hitman Industries is coming to Multiplex.
Oh, I don't know how that's gonna work out. Because Hunter, I'm sorry, Hunter, if you end up watching this as a rerun or something, you're not that good in TV. I kind of feel bad for Alec. I really do. Because the format's going to be round 1, everyone plays their own. In round 2, you work together as a team. In round 3, it's going to be one person take the one question, the other person take the other question, and you can team up for the third question. And then the last team, Jacoby Bancroft teaming with. Take a guess on that.
I have no clue. I didn't get to see who's he teaming up with.
He's a current partner with somebody that was in this call.
Oh, is Jacoby teaming up with is Jacoby teaming up with Nico?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out, but we're going to find out.
Well, we have to remember that Nico is like he's now like really deep into like he's big into studying now because he realized just being a fan of something doesn't automatically mean you're good at it.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll see. Because I mean, think about like for the show dynamics for what these teams will pick, because they'll get to pick three shows for each team. So I mean, I can see Koho and Boatman's team dynamic. I can see that one.
Yeah.
I can see yours and Mike's.
Oh yeah, because like Mike and I, we have a plan. We're just like, let's pick one show we both like a lot. One show one of us really love. I think that would be the smart thing to do is pick one show one person's really good at, pick one show another person's really good at, and pick one you're good at together. So that way you have like more variety. So that way you aren't having to like like so that way it's not so that way you have more options to pick. Because if you only are like if you let someone railroad you into picking stuff they're good at, then you might not be good at it. In trying to find niche shows that you're both really going to enjoy and are really going to like, could narrow your pool down so much that people know what you're going to pick and can start studying against you. But not only that, we're going to start having to dig deeper faster if you keep picking the same shows over and over.
Yeah, kind of like Boatman with Community. But like I can imagine Cody and Tim's because I know their taste for TV. So I think I know everybody loves Raymond is probably going to be a big strength for him because I do believe they
would say the Mandalorian. Yep, Mandalorian, and I don't know what their third show would be.
I would say if Cody picks, it's probably going to be something like Ozark, maybe. Zadius and Eli, like Zadius has so many different tastes. Like he has the superhero shows, he has his dramas, and then he had General Hospital.
What would be smart for them would be play into Eli's strengths with his also superheroes, just pick superhero shows.
But I wonder if Eli's going to have different shows that he would like. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
With Rosario and Ike, I have no fucking clue.
And neither of them have played in TV before.
Yeah, I don't know what Hollywood Video is going to pick. That's going to be an interesting one. Richard and Chris. Yeah, Richard and Chris is going to be another one too, because Richard, he's another one with the superhero shows and the kids shows, but it's like Chris also likes his girly drama shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sitcoms and more female-centric based dramas are stuff. So yeah, I was gonna say, but I think it's the whole thing is I think what happened was people started thinking movie-wise, forgetting the format of TV is whereas besides round one, it's only questions about strength shows being asked. So you don't really need to find someone to you don't really need to find someone to fill your gaps unless you're worried that the teams you're going up against are only going to pick your gaps.
Yeah, and Alec and Hunter is going to be another one. Like I know Hunter likes his anime, and I know Alec does too, but I don't know how those, how Alec's strengths are going to be working with Hunter, like New Girl or I know Hunter had Lucifer and he did horrible for those questions. And like another with Nico and Jacoby. Jacoby likes those dramatic shows with Lost and Desperate Housewives because I think his wife makes him watch that. And Nico likes more his kids shows and his animated shows. So some of these dynamics are going to be interesting. I mean, I would say front runners for anything for the first team champions. I would go with you and Mike because I think you and Mike gel very well together. So I don't think you two are going to have too big of a problem teaming.
We're just two chill. We've changed our team name. We're no longer Team Undefined. We're Two Chill Dudes.
Okay, I gotta change that then. Two Chill Dudes. Damn, I was gonna have T-shirts made too.
You could still have T-shirts made with Two Chill Dudes. Just picture of me and Mike's faces. Sell it to people. Why do you have people? Who are those people on your shirt? They're just Two Chill Dudes.
Yeah. Is Mike still wanting to put a team together for that thing? Because I saw Koho had a post, but I didn't see Mike's name on it.
So Mike and I were talking because he said I'm a little bit more ear to the ground and stuff. Most people who we were looking at are already committed to other potential factions, and Mike and I both realized that if either of us were to throw our hat in the ring as the representative, that we did not stand a chance in a 50-50 Warzone fandom setup. So we're just like, let's see any rookies come up who don't get picked up through the free agency, and then we'll try again next year if we can pick up any unclaimed rookies at by the end of this year.
Because I mean, you could technically build it up in TV. Because I'm going to tell them if we do have a meeting, like I don't care about your faction bullshit because in the championship match, Jacoby was going to get Tony to represent him like he did before, and Koho got all pissy about it. And me and Tony were talking because I was talking to Tony afterwards. I was like, because there was a lot of stuff he told me that it pissed me off for what I heard. Not like at Tony or nothing. I mean for what he told me about other things that
the situation at hand.
Yeah, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like joke all over again. But you know, I told him, I was like, if whoever Jacoby faces next and he wants to do that, like, he's more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to represent him. I'm tired of this whole faction shit because it's hardly any of them ever played in TV. Like the TV matches this past year was Tim and Kaleb. Tim left after he lost because he didn't want to upset Cody because Cody thinks TV is trash and I don't care.
I was gonna say you better hope they don't watch. Well, I mean, most people are if anyone watching this on the rewatch is not going to watch the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, I really don't care. My opinions stand. I don't care. You know, Koho still plays when he can. I mean, he does his own running faction and fandom where it takes up a lot of his time, and I understand that. That's
that's just
totally fine. That's totally fine. Let's see. Jacoby played. He was technically part of the faction with Club Dread. Douglas was part of the thing with the Kingsmen, but then he left. But that was because of personal reasons. They pushed Malcolm out, which I'm still very bitter about. Oh no, I'm very fucking bitter about that. You don't know how.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you want to end the live, then we can really get into it.
Oh yeah, but and that's really it. No one else in the factions besides Boatman and Koho are really still playing. You know what I mean? So it doesn't. I don't care about the faction shit. I really don't. But yeah, I think we'll end the stream now. I wanted to go over a TV lineup, I figure. But thanks for hanging out with the boring stream. I know Garth was in here for a while, so was Adelaide, the Cinemaster, whoever the hell that was. Thank you for showing up. But yeah, that was it. Special guest RJ and Joe for this, but we'll see you later. Enjoy the holidays, guys. We'll see you back for more stuff with Multiplex and more for TV.